the like.
Yeah, but like
it's more
the,
proper than
like
just calling her Megan the Stallion is quite funny.
Yeah, but Megan...
Why is she a fucking horse? Is that
Megan the Shetland pony?
Yeah, just straight up calling her Megan the Stallion is quite funny, though.
But the whole point, what I was going to say was she's called Megan the Stallion, right? And she'd obviously like released a diss track or something against Nicki Minaj, and she had a whole line in it about like, bitch, that's Megan's Law, and it had me dying. Because
Megan's Law?
Mm-hmm. Megan's Law was put in place to protect children against like PDFs.
Oh.
And obviously Nicki Minaj's husband is like in trouble with the law.
A pedophile, yeah.
We don't want to say that word.
Oh shit.
We're to say PDFs.
Indeed. Okay, let me test this here. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Cool. All good. Okay, back to what we were talking about.
That was it.
Calling her Megan the Stallion is quite funny.
Megan the Stallion is quite good. But yeah, Megan the Stallion is her like stage name or whatever, but she had a banger though with Body.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Body crazy, curvy, worvy, big titties, little waist. Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
That was one of those ones that got really big on TikTok, right?
It did. Real hard girl shit. Then lots of like moaning that's not appropriate for this family appropriate stream.
Are we a family appropriate stream?
I suppose we're a family.
I guess that's kind of nice, yeah. I like that. I appreciate that.
Bob saying nice things on stream.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often.
There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Indeed.
Happy Friday. The return of GTA 5 Fridays.
Indeed.
Diddle-a-doo. Diddle-a-doo. We're back.
We are back.
Nice little week off for you, Bob.
Indeed.
What did you do with yourself, or were you just...
I have been hard launching my colouring career.
Indeed, yeah. Indeed. Guys, we have to be careful, because we actually have a very special guest joining us today, a real influencer of the colouring scene. You've been colouring in.
I have been colouring in. The Fuzzy Huggy book that the community so lovingly helped you buy me with pressure...
With a lot of peer pressure.
With a lot of peer pressure has turned me into a one-off TikTok star.
Well, you're a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I got 5,700 views on a TikTok.
Bob got more views on a TikTok than this channel has almost cumulatively.
How do you like them apples?
Incredible. Max Mueller, mate, welcome. Hello. How you doing, mate? Hello.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Indeed, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I don't think you've been here for one of these before. This is GTA 5 Friday. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm a star.
Hello, Abby.
Do you know I got 100 followers in less than a week?
I'll tell you what, you're Mr. fucking Clout now.
Yeah, you should let me do the social media for your
Actually,
channel.
I really appreciate you coming on here and just giving a little bit of a rub to a small content creator like me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Can you share any of your wonderful insights?
I hate to be that guy, but I actually capitalised off of the fact that there's a hurricane in Florida right now.
No, you didn't.
By using the hashtag hurricane.
No, you didn't. You didn't tag a colouring video with hashtag Hurricane Milton. No, you didn't.
I did.
And then what? You came to me.
No, don't tell them this.
You came to me asking if you could use the Martinez twins.
No, I didn't. I absolutely didn't. It's the Menendez brothers.
The Menendez brothers.
I didn't.
Serial killers as a tag on a colouring video.
I didn't do it though.
Max, yeah, you're here for the Bloodborne ones. I'm just saying this is something that we do. It's a little bit of a tradition here on the YouTube page on Fridays. We didn't do it last week, but typically every week we being me, the normal man here on the channel, and the
me.
lovely Bob. Yep, we hop on here and we play some GTA. So welcome. That's the plan. Happy to have you here.
Yes, I perhaps used... I didn't use Milton, I just used Hurricane. And then the day before, obviously, there was all that drama going on with Beyonce and KSI. So I used those hashtags as well to get some...
Wait, what was the deal with Beyonce and KSI?
So, it's all that stuff we were talking about with the Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
There's kind of like claims of Beyonce being involved in all that and blah 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 blah.
What does that have to do with KSI?
KSI released a new song. It was just a trending hashtag.
Oh right, so they weren't related to each other.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think they're even remotely in the same circles.
Yeah, I thought you meant the KSI might have been at the Diddy parties.
JJ, no. See, that is my Roman Empire. That none of the sidemen were at the Diddy parties.
I reckon Vic was there.
Yeah, Vic would have been there by pure peer pressure and nothing else.
Yeah.
KSI's Diddy's brother is very out of pocket. Yeah. So that's what I did. To answer your question, that's what I did. I just went on viral trends and viral songs that are trending this week.
You had an interesting strategy as well, actually, and this is a fun thing for people like me with small YouTube channels. It's something that I've not done, but it's a good strategy. You were just following other small colouring channels and like interacting with them and liking their stuff, and basically in response a lot of them would like your stuff back.
Yep.
Which is kind of genius.
Yep.
It's kind of smart.
Is this a Vespa in front of me, by the way?
No, it's just a bike.
Oh right, well I'm going to kill him now.
The world's kind of fucked, man. I feel like it's true in general to say that the people who hunt for that kind of fame and attention, right, typically probably shouldn't be the ones
definitely
receiving
not.
it. It's like politicians, it's the same thing.
People
right?
that work really hard should get the attention. Hello, Joker, welcome.
Oh shit, it's the Joker, baby.
Welcome to the stream.
What's up, Joker son? How we doing?
I need to crash this car and get a new one.
Joker and me were having a very fun chat last night about the Icelandic rock and metal scene.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Apparently they got a band in Iceland called Ham that slaps.
Ham,
yeah.
H-A-M.
H-A-M, yeah.
Yummy. Cooked ham.
You
Smells
forced
like
your
farts.
sister to watch Terrifier. Is that the one with the weird clown?
I don't think I've seen that, actually.
It's the one on TikTok. You know the clown that has that smile that's like this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, he's funny.
I think he's part of a horror film called the Terrifier series.
People just use him as like a reaction to like when my GF smell my fart and stuff.
Yeah, which maybe, would suggest that it's not the best horror film, right?
Which is funny though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, Max, I guess the point is, right, like, you hit a certain level of fame, probably. Not that I would know. Not that I would know in the fucking slightest, right? But you probably hit a certain level of, like, fame and stuff, and...
You're consistent.
You probably start to get bored of, like, traditional stuff, and you start looking for more weird, like, ways to, I don't know, not to be too fucking weird, oh, God, she's on fire! The woman's on fire. What happened?
I just accidentally. Uh-oh.
Art the Clown. This might be our cue that we need to watch the Terrifier films.
You're saying that they're like, I haven't tried to get you to watch horror films for the last nearly 5 years, but you won't do it because you are Lepucio.
Oh, absolutely. It's no excuse for crime. Absolutely not.
Oh, you'll do it when your cool friends tell you to, but you won't watch a scary horror film with me when I want you to.
I don't like horror films.
But you said we have to watch this.
I said that we might watch it, and what I mean by that is I was appeasing the people who said it was good, while having no intention of actually watching it at any point.
I've forgotten how to play this game. I've forgotten how to play this.
You collect expensive rocks. No, 100%. I'm just saying, I think that's probably why some of them do it. Not to justify it at all. It's fucking despicable behaviour, mind.
It is quite bad.
Yeah.
You want some smoke, big man?
Okay, so you've been on for a couple of minutes now, and you have set yourself on fire and run down a couple of people, right?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Sounds like a standard evening for me. Right, so let's see what's going on tonight. Oh, Leicester.
We were watching, actually it was on Abby's suggestion, we watched, what was it? Grotesquerie?
Grotesquerie.
I have to say, Abby, thank you for the recommendation. It was very high quality up until the last episode where it became complete dog shit.
And tell her specifically why it became dog shit.
Yes, well, as soon as Travis Kelce got involved.
Yeah.
What in the fuck was his character in that program?
Yeah.
Who was he supposed to be?
Yeah.
Why was he talking all jive? Like, I don't understand what his gimmick was. Why was he there?
We brought the class down.
Like, why was he into her? Like, I don't understand any of that stuff.
Yep. Priest was hot though.
Yeah, Priest was pretty cool. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Priest.
Yeah, none was weird, sort of in a hot way. Yeah.
Felt Megan's vibe though.
Yeah. You should watch Get Out.
I too would react that way, to be honest.
Oh yeah, true.
Understandable.
True. You should watch Get Out. That's the Jordan...
Get Out's fantastic.
Jordan Peele one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. There's also another one, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's the same kind of principle of having to get out, but it's a woman that gets married, and, like, the marriage initiation into the household is they play a game on the wedding night, and you need to pick, like, from the game. Like, they have cards, basically, and you have to pick a game, and she just so happens to pick hide and seek, which turns out to, like, she has to survive the night without them killing her in order to be initiated into their household. It's insane. It's such a good film. And some other people were lucky enough to get, like, checkers or whatever, and they didn't die, but it was...
Well, it's just if you pick hide and seek, you're fucked.
I think
they're just a completely normal family, but if you choose to play hide and seek with them, they try and murder you.
The whole point of it is that there's meant to be, like, a family curse on them that says that if they don't murder every new, like, woman or man to marry into the family, or whatever, then they'll become extinct.
Okay.
It's a class film, but you wouldn't watch it because you're le pussy oh boy oh.
Confused for Get Out. Well, to be fair, I think it's one of those ones, right, where it's designed to be a little bit confusing.
Yeah, it's just a deeper meaning in what it is, like, a racism, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch Monsters? What's that about?
Oh, I think that's the Menendez brothers.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Famously known for being tagged in one of Bob's TikToks.
They were.
Stop
brothers. Spreading misinformation on TikTok. Stop spreading misinformation. I didn't use the tag.
You wanted to, though. You came through and you were like, would it be unethical if I tagged the Menendez brothers in a colouring TikTok? That just cracked me up. That was too funny.
I didn't say everything in life made sense or wasn't, like, unhappy sometimes. The Menendez brothers colouring.
Yeah, Colour with me, my Menendez brothers colouring book.
Yeah, I can start a true crime podcast. Colour with me. Yeah. Watch me colour in the fuzzy, huggy bathroom scene whilst I tell you all about the vicious crimes that Eric and Lyle Menendez committed against their parents. On the 14th of August, 1998...
Is that your true crime podcaster voice? Yeah.
In Sleepy Town, Oklahoma. I'm quite good at this.
You do have a lot of voices, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. And you may remember me from such sitcoms such as Your Mom Wears a G-String.
Bob and I have been kind of on and off binge watching The Simpsons.
We have.
Going back and watching, like, classic seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Very high quality program.
Love The Simpsons.
Yeah, I was doing Arnold Schwarzenegger last night. We were doing a game where you have to pick a movie and you can recast one of the roles.
All right.
As Arnold Schwarzenegger. Which movie would you pick?
Fun.
To do, like, the most devastation, right?
Right. I would like to recast Anastasia Steele with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who's that?
Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, it was just Arnold Schwarzenegger instead. Yeah. Oh my God, Christian! Oh my God, hit me, Christian!
Abby's just said happy feet, which is very good.
I like it dirty, clinky style, Christian! Oh my God! Yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's the one. Yeah. For me, that's got to be the one.
Oh my goodness, I'm dancing my happy little feet! Oh my God!
Or, like, the little bear from Brother Bear would be good as well.
I don't remember Brother Bear.
Devastating film.
Yeah.
But not as devastating as the first 8 minutes of Up.
You don't like Ratatouille either.
Oh, don't, please.
You don't like that one
Please
either.
don't. No.
Yeah.
Ratatouille is a devastating film, and it upsets me so much.
A lot of those Disney movies kind of are, though, right?
Smeagol from The Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God, it's my precious. Give me the precious.
My precious.
I'll take the precious.
I'll take the precious. Give me your precious.
Give me the precious.
Then again, him being in that one Jingle All the Way didn't make sense either.
the Christmas movie.
When he's trying to get
yeah.
the toy for his son.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense for him to be in that either.
No, but he was kind of the king of doing movies that he really had no business being in, right?
We should also...
Oh. Well, okay, guys, we're probably going to get banned on YouTube now. It's been a good run. It's been a good run. Oh, don't zoom in. It's bad enough as is. How do people do this? I don't like. Are we going to get away with this, or is this too much?
It's not really our fault, is it?
Well, it is in the game.
It is on the game.
It is in the game. What do we think of his technique? Do you want to rate it?
Sloppy.
Okay.
Lazy.
Nice bush, though.
Who, her?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
She does look very entertained. You gotta give it that huck tour. Spit on that thing.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to the Talk to a podcast.
Yeah, well, talk tour.
We're just gonna take over that. That's our show.
That's
now.
our show now.
Yeah.
Get on with it. I'm hungry. That's a desperately...
We've been caught, guys. We've been caught. Oh, shit. Luke, mate, welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you. Welcome back to GTA 5 Friday.
You just got people dogging.
Yeah, you've come into the stream for a little bit of dogging action.
Put 18 plus in the description.
Maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. If there's any children watching the stream, please stop it now.
Yeah, please.
Go back to bed. This game's not for you.
It's past your bedtime and it's Friday night.
Yeah.
Go read Wind in the Willows or whatever it is you read at this age. The Faraway Tree if you're big enough. Gets a bit scary in the later books.
Yeah. Go read the fucking Hungry Caterpillar, you small bitch.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Go read the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Stop watching.
Raw dogging it in public's rude.
Can't believe we got behind the scenes footage of the Diddy party. Also, for the UK people in here, young Philly, arrested in Australia.
I know.
Charged in Australia. Big news, breaking news.
Breaking news, gang.
Yep. I don't know, I always thought he looked a little bit like a scarecrow.
It's the ones you least expect. You know?
Young Philly, indeed. Arrested in Australia. Charged with crimes. Heinous crimes.
Dun dun. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit.
I like
These
the
are their
idea.
stories.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
I like the idea of like a CSI show that's all about them finding young Philly. Yeah. Yeah. Analysing his facial expressions in all the beta squad videos, yeah.
Yeah, like they give to like, you know, royal expert claims that Meghan Markle done this and Meghan Markle done that. And it's just like royal body language expert. And I'm like, that's like the guys that tag themselves on Facebook as being like the female body inspectors.
It's true.
You know, I'm like, shut up, fam.
We should probably talk about that. Anyone in the world who is advertising themselves as a body language expert is full of shit. They're just going to tell you some shit that you want to hear.
Exactly.
There's no way that you could, like, well, you're going to sit in a room and be like, oh, he's just sneezed, he looks nervous. Like, what are you talking about?
It's when they say that people rub their nose when they're telling lies, and I'm like, or I have allergies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I have, like, a really severe allergy to dust. You know, that your two things can be true at once. I'm also lying, but that's none of your business.
Yeah.
That's also none of your business.
I don't know, I think all that stuff's a bunch of bullshit, personally.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
I don't know. It's like that, and then, like, you know, self-described, like, mentalists as well.
What's a mentalist?
I suppose, like, they can, like, read people. They know what people are all about and that. They can, like, determine things about people just by looking at them and seeing the way they, like, do things.
Oh, they're empaths.
Everything hurts.
Yeah, same, Michael.
Broke your bass amp? Shit, man.
Oh, no. Hope it recovers.
Hope it gets better soon.
Hope it gets better soon. His bass amp has a boo-boo.
I'm sorry that your bass amp has a boo-boo. I'm very sorry, man.
I'm sorry to hear that your bass amp is under the weather. Oh no, we're not going to Barry. That's where all the drugs are, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Is that not what the aliens are, Barry?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing the aliens this week.
No,
sorry,
I don't think we're going to do aliens again this week.
No aliens this week.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Tunes.
Presumably your guitar amp's still working though, right?
Hope so.
I guess a more interesting question is, what's the difference between a bass amp and a guitar amp? Maybe like resonance or something like that?
Would you like am or fum?
Yeah, and would you like am or fum? Yeah. Another person who got caught doing heinous crimes, Mr. Mosby from
Mr. Mosby's a
Sweet Life on
criminal?
Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
He got done for doing heinous crimes.
Vehicular manslaughter.
The argument is that our childhood is slowly falling apart.
The argument doesn't need argued, it's true.
No difference. Fair.
You know, it's there, it's happening to us in black and white.
Yeah. But the same thing is happening now that just happened to all the, 90s kids with Bill Cosby, right, and stuff like that. This is just our generation's equivalent, is what, P. Diddy and Young Philly. That's the two big criminals of our era. Is that the one?
Then again, Diddy was big in the 90s and that, surely. Like Puff Daddy and all that, eh?
He was always more of a producer than he was like an on-screen draw, I feel like, right?
But Puff Daddy and Usher and all these people signed to him, and they were early 2000s.
He was a big producer, sure.
And did that Alicia girl that died in the plane crash, did she not sign to him? And she was a big up and coming star.
What, Alicia Keys?
No, Alicia. She was an R&B singer that died.
Wait, Alicia Keys, I think she's alive actually.
Well, I know I'm not referring to Alicia Keys. I'm referring to another R&B artist called Alicia, but she died when she was only 23 or something.
Kind of up and comer.
Yeah, and I think she was signed to the Diddy's label, and that was 1990s.
Makes sense. More of a clean sound on a guitar amp, got you? Because I guess the bass is more of like a reverb heavy instrument, right? So you like having that kind of grungy sound.
Aaliyah, that's right. Thank you.
Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't play guitar or anything cool like that. I can just colour in. That's all I'm good at.
You ever learned an instrument?
I briefly learnt guitar when I was a little girl, and it hurt my fingers, and I didn't want to do it again.
I think that's a lot of people's experience when they first start playing guitar or bass or whatever. Your fingers just hurt for the first couple of months.
Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69.
Thank you, Bryan Adams. Yeah. I only ever learned properly how to play the ukulele, but I was taught piano.
Don't call me weak, Joker.
You're weak.
Say that to my face.
You're weak.
Say that to my face and see where you get, young man. Honestly,
bringing a man up.
Bringing smoke to my stream.
That's so funny. That is funny.
You see my You say okay, tough man. You see my bones. Oh, where do we see my bones? Shut up, man. I'm so hardcore and cool. I play the guitar till my fingers bleed.
Literally Bryan Adams.
Literally, yeah. I'm so cool. I use my bones as a plectrum. Okay. Okay, we get it, big man. Sorry. No offense, obviously. I'll love all games, but don't call me weak on my own stream ever again.
I had it as well when I started playing the ukulele. I got sore fingers.
You're not allowed to brag about playing the ukulele.
It's a cool swag instrument.
When all you know is Smoke on the Water and Wonderwall.
And Riptide by Vance Joy also.
All the songs that could get you pussy.
And Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty.
Ugh.
From Big Bang Theory.
What is wrong with you?
I can play that too.
Ugh, please don't ever show me.
And I can do Smoke on the Water.
I said that already.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
Well, that's it then.
I can do Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could play the dun dun dun.
Oh, you so cool. Do you feel hardcore when you're doing it? You get a little tingle in your toes?
No, I didn't feel hardcore doing it because
you get that,
I couldn't do it properly. So it would more be
it makes you want to bite your fingers and giggle
Yeah. Afterwards, I would, oh gosh, got up and started wiggling.
Yeah. You get all that giggling. You get so excited you're going to go be sick.
Yeah. After I first played it, I got so excited I ran to the bathroom and threw up. That was it. Yeah. Oh, giddy! Oh, shucks.
Shucks, bro.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, all the songs that can get you action. They're basically
Pretty much.
when.
Although that being said, the hoes were never impressed by my ukulele playing.
Nah, they weren't.
No.
Yeah. Did you wear Converse while you were doing it and flannel?
Yes.
Oh, you tried.
Yes.
Oh, bro, tried. Did you have floppy hair?
I did. I had very long, sort of like the Beatles hair.
Oh,
yeah.
you tried so hard as well.
It didn't work out.
Oh, that's rude.
It didn't work out. Yeah. Yeah.
I would have told you were cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I would have told
To
you.
be fair,
were
I
cool.
think we've talked about this before. You were probably more of a cool child than me.
No, I wasn't.
No?
I just did sport.
True. You were a good athlete, though.
Yeah.
You were a good
Yeah, I
athlete.
just did sport. That was all. I was a weirdo. I was a loser. Don't worry about it. I had my own friends, and that was it.
Valid.
I wasn't cool at all.
That is entirely unacceptable. Never speak of this again.
He didn't actually.
Okay.
He didn't. He just said yummy after it.
The bit that we don't mention, right? We talk about, on our second date, I burped in Robin's mouth. Let's not talk about it too much, okay? The bit that we neglect to mention is that Bob actually fell asleep on that date for an hour in my bed. In my bed. She fell asleep for an hour.
I did. Yeah. I did. But you let me, and you, to my knowledge, didn't not let me sleep. You cuddled me, so.
I did. Why'd
you not wake me up then?
But I don't know, I feel like it's kind of rude going to a man's house for a second date and then falling asleep in his bed.
Why?
Unprompted.
What else were we going to be doing on this date?
Well, we were watching a documentary about the Roman Empire.
And maybe it was boring.
Okay, well. I didn't realise that we had the fucking judge, jury and executioner of what's interesting over here.
But I love the fact that you're only pushing so hard on this because you're embarrassed that you burped in my mouth and then said yummy after
It's more
it.
embarrassing to keep dating the man afterwards, to be honest.
Why is it more embarrassing?
I mean, come on now, show some fucking respect for yourself.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Everyone has those days.
We're doing the bone dance. Joker can join in this one. We're doing the bone dance.
We are indeed doing the bone dance. Yeah, get your bony fingers out, Joker Sin.
I was comfortable, yeah, definitely. Well, our first date was 9 hours long.
Yeah, we probably would have the Guinness World Record for
Yeah.
the longest first date of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We just lost track of time and we went to the pub and that was it.
Yeah, the plan on paper was to go to the museum,
Yes.
which was fun.
Yes.
And then after that we went for dinner.
Yep.
And then after that we went for a walk.
Yep.
And then after that we went for a drink.
Yep.
And then it was 10 at night and we met at 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and it was time for the last train and I had to go home.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. You patted me on the head and said, well, off you go.
Fuck do you want from me?
Riz King.
Yeah.
Keep the girls wanting more.
Yeah. Slapped you on the ass and said, see you next week, sweet cheeks.
To which I would have never have called you back.
You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have.
Absolutely would have never have called you back for that nonsense.
I think we've come to discover that we're both equally as awful as each other.
And we deserve each other.
In many ways, we deserve each other because we're both equally shit. That's kind of the vibe, right?
No redeeming qualities other than I'm a bit cool sometimes.
Yeah, we could be cool in moments, but I think we've discovered that we're both equally as lame as each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that our pride and joy is spent for you in a colouring book and me in winning a game of chess.
Yep.
Which is about as sad, as each other, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much us.
When we told ourselves that, you're like, what a stud. Look, what does a 9-hour date in Telford look like? What's the hot local spot that you can go to? What's the plan? Oh, I do get what you mean. I get what you mean. What's the biggest attraction down in Telford? If I'm going down to Telford, what am I looking for? Also,
Fucking exit, bruh.
if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go grab a fresh mimosa to keep this party going. Would you like one? Or are you okay?
Nah, I'm fine, thank
You're
you.
all good. Cool. Be
Thanks,
back in a
King.
minute.
You better not be going to Telford for a date.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm actually going to Telford for a date.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Can't believe he's just announced on the stream that he doesn't want me anymore. I'm really upset about it, as you can tell. Really, really, really tragically upset about it. So sad. Air emu? Oh shit. Yes, Abby, I will come and live with you. We can live out our cool girl era together. As we deserve. Because you're my bestie. Abby said I can move in with her if you're going on a date in Telford.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. We're going to kiss and I'm not going to tell you about it.
Maybe you can help clean.
Help clean what? What? You've been horrible again.
Yeah.
You've been horrible and sexist for no reason. Yeah. How many times did Dave have to tell you you're not funny before you'll stop it? You made me feel the mission.
Nah, there's no way that I would leave you. Especially after the pasta that you made for me last night. There's something about women. You make pasta in a different way. I've made pasta for myself before. And it's usually just like pasta sauce and cheese on there.
Yep.
Not very extravagant. You put like meat through the pasta and vegetables and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You've done like roasted stuffed peppers before in there, and just things that you would never think to put in pasta. You've done to pasta.
Like all the food groups that you're meant to eat on a daily basis to be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible.
That's so funny. The bar's on the floor.
I don't know, I like your cooking, it's very good.
Yeah, I like your cooking too. I like you, mostly.
We've got a good range, I think, between ourselves.
I think we do have quite a good range. We're a good team.
You do a lot of the, like, actual classic meals very well. So you're good with the pasta, you're good with, like, you could probably do a chili if called upon, right? You could do, like, maybe a curry or something like that.
Dinner tonight was good as well.
You did bangers and mash tonight, that was very delicious also. Yep. But when it comes to doing anything that's, like, pub food... If you need like burgers done,
wraps,
you need a steak made, you need wraps done, you need like even like a side salad done or something, I'm your fucking man.
You are the man.
I got that shit.
You are the man. But when it comes to like bacon and sell as well, I'm the woman on the bacon front. A genius in the kitchen is so funny.
She is indeed a genius in the kitchen.
I do have genius in the kitchen tendencies.
Got a little pub crawl. Oh, I got you.
Nice. Pub crawl.
Club as well, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Pass on the club, but pub sounds good.
We used to do the club back in the day.
We never done club together though.
No, not together.
I've never been in a club with you.
Not together. We obviously were both uni students, so
yes.
We spent a couple of years in the club, but
you was
nowadays
in the
prospect of going to a nightclub, and actually, I could extend that further. The prospect of being outside past 1 a.m. is not going to happen.
I don't even like being like out of bed past 9.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very cosy right now. I've been like talked into this with like blankets and pillows. I'm like a puppy with separation anxiety. I don't like being uncosy and alone.
You just can't do it anymore.
Nah, I'm not wired for it.
Yeah, you get to a certain age and it's just like, I wake up in the morning now occasionally and I have like back pain.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do in the club? Like, pull a muscle?
Stunt it, Grandpa.
Exactly. Well, is fucking Gramps going to get in the club? Am I going to throw out a fucking, pepper grinder in the club and break my fucking arms? Like, what's going to happen, right?
Nice one, Unk.
Yeah, honestly. I'm going to walk in the club and the youngins are going to call me Unk, which is not... I would kill myself.
Or question why you were there. Yeah. Because they're all about 5 now in clubs.
Oh, it's terrible, honestly. The culture of, like, people who are just ridiculously underage going to nightclubs is silly.
Doesn't even bear thinking about the danger that they are in and everyone else around them.
And my biggest fear in life is that I turn into the man who goes to the club by himself at, like, age 30 in a full tracksuit.
Well, just keep yourself on the right life plan.
That scares me, yeah.
Because I won't let you do that, so...
That scares me, yeah.
So just
it's funny, yeah. Hive,
Dadcore.
the club that I used to go to all the time in Edinburgh, Hive, had a... what would you call it? It's like a gambling machine.
Like a slot machine?
Like a slot machine, yeah. But it's like one of the ones that you would find in a pub.
Right.
Or like a Chinese takeaway, one of those ones, yeah. And there's just one randomly in the club for no reason. And you'd always get like a couple of fucking older geezers just huddle around this thing in fucking full tracksuits and like bald heads and that.
Oh.
And I always thought to myself, like, Jesus, when I grow up, I really hope I don't turn into them.
Yeah. Well, keep yourself on the right life plan and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's very divorced dad core. Well, you threatened to marry me the other day so you could divorce me for something that I'd quite trivial I'd done.
Yeah,
So-
I think I threatened to marry you on the spot so that I could then divorce you.
Yeah, for whatever
Yeah.
it was, whatever heinous crime I'd committed that day.
I think you maybe just like farted wrong or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
How do you fart wrong, by the way?
Listen, you'd have to ask.
Like, I need to know, like, what is, like, the political rules against farting wrong. Whoa!
Telford is a big indoor shopping centre. Fuck, man.
I love
Fuck.
an indoor
I love
shopping
looking.
centre.
Do you know what I really enjoy perusing in my spare time?
Perusing.
Is like terrible, horrible, disgusting UK shopping centres.
Yeah. Just start
Bradford.
ranking them out of 10.
Bradford has a couple that are just absolutely stinking looking. Like, you find shops in there that you kind of forget that exist, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Shoe Zone.
Shoe Zone's a big one. Yeah, when you start seeing that in a shopping centre, you know it's going downhill.
Like Claire's and...
Claire's is fine.
Is Claire still fine?
I'm talking like Card Factory, when
I
you
love
start
the
seeing
Card
that
Factory.
in a shopping centre.
Look at the Card Factory on Princess Street.
Yeah, but you know Princess Street's dead,
That's true.
basically, right?
That's very true, actually.
Yeah. It's funny, Princess Street, you can tell that Princess Street's fallen apart, which, by the way, for the people who don't know, that's like it's Edinburgh's, what's supposed to be Edinburgh's biggest, most famous street, where all the kind of fancy shops and stuff are supposed to be. It's like high-end, it's supposed to be high-end, like Edinburgh at its best, shopping-wise, right? But over the years, I guess, just to, sort of due to government negligence and the rise of like
Decline.
online retail and stuff, it's really gone downhill and really declined terribly. Where nowadays, if you walk down Princess Street, basically all that's left are these like novelty Scottish gift shop type of things that constantly blare out this bagpipe music,
Oh, it's awful.
and inside they have like tartan scarves and little Highland cows that you can buy, and your wee pal haggis, right, and stuff like that. Iron brewed, so that's kind of all that's left on Princess Street now. So I'm not surprised there's a Card Factory there too, because it basically is just one big shopping centre in decline at this
Yeah.
point.
Basically, that's the vibes now. Is it's just a very good example of time gone by, which is a shame, because like even Jenner's and that now is gone, and that was probably one of the like stalwarts of Princess Street.
To be fair though, they
since, like,
did that to
1800s.
themselves.
I mean, let's not though, because remember Fireman died. So let's
Oh,
not.
true. Well, rest in peace, obviously.
Yeah, let's
Can we get
not.
into the conspiracy aspect, or is that not
let
allowed?
the man live.
Alright.
Let the man rest.
Well, rest in peace to the man. He's a
I
hero,
know,
obviously.
I know.
He's a hero, but you could say allegedly, right? You could say allegedly, Jenner's quite a big retail store here in Edinburgh, right? What did they do again? They did like
Everything.
yeah, all sorts of random
Like a
stuff.
luxury department store, if you will.
A bit like a John Lewis. I
John
guess.
Lewis, yeah, and it
Yeah.
had like its own makeup counter and a food court and Christmas trees. They had like an iconic Christmas tree, the Jenner's Christmas tree that went up every year and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it closed, went out of business.
Yeah.
And it was meant to get bought, I think, and converted into like luxury hotel or something, and then it burnt down.
And the sort of
Yeah.
below the counter conspiracy theory is that it was insurance fraud.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Is that the company, to recoup losses or whatever, purposely burned down their store so they could claim insurance on it. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I guess if you pick quite a lot of buildings, especially in Glasgow, quite a lot of them have been burnt down recently and rebuilt as like student flats, which is a bit sus. But it's a bit rubbish. I hope people aren't like deliberately destroying culture or anything like that.
Something about laying alone in the dark. Oh, I know, man. I know.
It's necessary.
Every now and then, just to take a load off, right? Ground yourself a little bit. Lie in the dark.
Yeah.
Have a little think. Yeah. Yeah. For back in my young stoner days, I used to do a little bit, right? Do a little bit, and then I would just go to my bedroom, put a pair of headphones on, and listen to an album while lying in the dark.
Quite right, I used to do that.
That was always good fun. I enjoyed that. That was a good time.
I used to do that in my youth as well, but I was listening to One Direction, so we're not the same.
I listened to a lot of Tame Impala back then. That was
Tame
good.
Impala's class.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I'm thinking about letting people in on my playlist that I've built.
Oh, I love your old man music playlist.
Not that one. You like that one. I'm talking about just my main playlist that I built that's been getting built for the last 7 years.
Yep.
Which is just every song that I've ever enjoyed and saved on Spotify.
That's that's class.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard this too.
Yeah, you probably have. You
Probably have.
It's good fun, actually.
Did you hear that? I would try and jack that car and they would just went, no, and drove on. Oh, I love that. That's so funny. Not today. This is quite a nice car. I'm sure I'll destroy it, but it's nice. Oh, spoke to... Oh.
Listen to Alice in Chains. Yeah, we watched a TikTok earlier of a man who had taught his cat to appreciate Alice in Chains.
He was nodding along.
His cat was like bobbing its head to Alice in Chains.
He was a happy man. Yeah. It was a happy cat.
Like about Alice in Chains.
I don't know them.
One of those classic like rock metal band type things. Do it every Monday in your tent. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I actually haven't sat down and listened to music in ages.
Just like an album.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't just relaxed and listened to music. We can maybe do that tomorrow when we're tidying up and that.
Yeah.
It's your favourite day tomorrow.
Yep. Oh god, it's fucking cleaning day tomorrow.
It's not only is it cleaning day tomorrow, it's also shopping day tomorrow.
Oh god.
It's Saturday reset tomorrow.
I'm almost kind of glad that that restaurant cancelled on us.
Yeah.
Because the prospect of cleaning, going to the shops, and then going out to a restaurant at night time is like my personal idea of hell.
That's actually a good point. I'll make dinner instead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make a nice dinner?
We could maybe go for like a cheeky Marks and Spencer's dinner.
Oh, we could go Marks and Spencer, sure. Get something nice, something fancy.
Steak and chips.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, something like that probably work.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. I'm ill tomorrow. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you're literally getting a lay-in tomorrow.
Oh god, I'm coming down with something. I think. Oh, I'm not feeling so
Yeah,
well.
you're coming down with your little bitch-itis.
Oh, I'm feeling weak. Oh, my bones feel weak. I might have a little lie down. I'm actually not feeling so well.
Tell the gang how sweet a deal you get out of your cleaning arrangement.
No, you are pretty cool.
What is your sweet deal? What do you have to do?
I have to, when it comes to taking care of and cleaning our flat, I have to empty the Hoover.
Yep.
I have to make the bed.
Yep.
Change the bed sheets and stuff.
Yep. Every second week.
Every second week.
Yep.
And then I have to as well clean at least the kitchen.
Yep.
But usually also the living room.
Yep. And I do everything else.
Yeah, you do most of the stuff during the week and that, like the washing and dishes we kind of share, but
We share the
you do
dishes,
more of the dishes, I would say.
Yep.
So I get a pretty good deal, I guess.
Bro gets a really sweet deal.
Yeah.
And I only ask you to put away your clothes that I've cleaned.
Yeah, you do it, exactly. You hang up the washing and stuff like that.
Where?
It's a good little split. It's one of the most interesting things, I think, about living in the modern world.
Yeah.
Right, is, we both work.
Yeah.
So what is the expected split on, like, household chores and stuff, right? And I think that's fair. I think, doing it kind of... Yeah, it's not quite 50-50, but it's pretty close,
It's
right?
close enough,
It's close
yeah.
enough where it's respectful,
Yeah.
I think.
It's like a kind of... Maybe like a 70-30, a cool 70-30.
70-30 is insane.
I think it's a cool 70-30.
Considering some of the things that I do, you couldn't do without breaking out into a coughing fit because of all the dust. I'm a hero.
You cleaned so that's emptying the Hoover.
And wiping down the bed and stuff.
Okay, yeah, if it's got dust on it, you have to deal with it, but that's strictly because of my allergies.
I'm the certified dustman. And
You are
know
the
that's true.
dustman, yeah.
Not to mention that I have to build all the fucking bollocks IKEA furniture whenever that happens. I get that's an ad hoc task that is just as and when, but it's big. I spent like fucking 5 hours building the cabinet the other week.
Yeah, but in my defence, I built the shoe rack.
Yeah, I got COVID. Sorry, Bob, I got COVID. I can't do it this weekend.
But if you've got COVID, that means I've got COVID as well.
No, it's fine. COVID doesn't affect women. It's okay.
Oh, right, fair enough.
It's a special man COVID.
Oh, man COVID.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as made up shit.
No, it's called cool COVID. Yeah.
Oh, cool COVID, you certainly don't have it then.
Shut the fuck up.
Unless there's a strain of loser COVID, then
shut
you've
the fuck
definitely got that.
I need you to shut your dirty mouth right now. That is fucking messy. Don't do that shit. Shut the fuck up.
Unless it's like loser little bitch COVID,
No,
then
no,
you've certainly
no.
you
No,
came
no,
down
no.
with it hard.
I've come down with a case of cool swag COVID.
Came down with horrible, sweaty, minging boy COVID.
No, no, no.
Oh my god, it's Chop!
Hello, Chop.
Is there a button to pet Chop? I don't want to hurt him.
I think you can pet him.
How do I pet Chop? Someone tell me how to pet Chop. Look at him.
He is cool. I like Chop.
I love Chop. Mission passed. Take Chop's balls.
That was quite funny when you did that.
When I spade Chop.
Yeah. You guys remember back in the early days during this playthrough when Bob spade Chop and cut his balls off?
I love when you spread misinformation on the internet.
Good times. Good times.
Oh, come on Chop, let's go boy.
You gotta press the attack button while facing Chop to pet him, apparently.
No you don't, look, shut up.
Alright, okay.
I'm not stupid.
Alright.
I know my way around GTA. Kinda.
It was worth the try.
Bro was going to have me attack Chop.
It was worth a go.
I cannot believe this. I'm calling Peter on you.
It might have worked if you'd just said, like, press, R2 or whatever.
Yeah, R2 might have worked, but now you've broken my trust, Luke.
I think because you specifically said press the attack button, right? You might have
Yeah.
showed your hand a little bit too much.
You definitely showed my hand. You showed,
Yeah.
yeah, you showed your hand there.
You're a rejuvenated woman. You've had a week off colouring.
Yep.
And you've come back with a new mindset.
Get in the charge.
Fresh and ready to go.
Yes, I'm rejuvenated, I'm fresh, I'm back.
Indeed. Back from your week off. Men don't care about important shit on the internet. Well, I guess that's evidently true, right? In
Yep.
how different your TikTok is from mine.
What do you mean?
We do this thing every week where we sit down and we show each other the TikToks that we have watched and saved for each other over the course of a week, right?
Yes.
And the stuff that you get shown and get recommended and watched compared to the stuff that ends up on my feed is just like night and day, right?
Some of mine's is funny.
No, don't get me wrong, they're both funny. They're both good fun. It's just like different, right? Yeah. I guess in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, because lots of mine's is like colouring videos or cleaning or, like
Yeah.
girl things, autumn, and yours is like, I put this banana in my rectum.
Yeah. It's some guy who looks like a serial killer, talking about how he built a slingshot to throw sausages around, right?
Which-
That's-
I'm
I'm not even sure we can say that on the stream, Joker.
I don't even think we can say that.
Yeah, not sure we can say that on the stream.
Yep. I
Good
wish
for you, good for you, but
I wish you a very happy therapy.
yeah, good for you, good for you. I would recommend sharing that with your therapist.
I recommend sharing that with a trusted adult
Yeah, share that with the local authorities.
and not on this channel.
Not on
Thank
this
you.
live
Good
stream.
night.
Thank you.
We have been Requiem. Good night.
Come on, man! I can't get fucking banned off of YouTube already. Come on! I just started like 2 months ago.
You need to get banned for at least a cool reason.
I gotta be on my best behaviour, honestly.
Yeah.
Got fried by watching pieces move around on a board. Yeah. Yeah, we played chess last week.
Yeah, I mean, I was here. Remember, I played the first game.
Yeah, I think we actually had a relatively good game of chess from end to end.
Yeah,
That was good. You did very well.
We played a good game of chess, but then I was colouring in. It wasn't one of my best colouring pages. No, it wasn't one of my best.
Yeah, the colouring in world actually is kind of cool.
It's okay, Joker, don't worry.
I didn't know much about it until you started doing it.
Yeah.
But what people are able to do
Yeah,
when it comes to just colouring something in is very impressive.
yeah,
People shade.
yeah.
They use lighting to try and make images look like more alive and more dynamic and stuff. Very cool.
And I'm only like okay-ish at it. Where's Chop?
Chop's been spade.
No Chop.
Is that a wee bit of JME? Do you hear that?
No, I'm more concerned about Chop.
That's okay, he'll be fine. Just in case, indeed. That's probably a wise move, yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Chop?
I'm not sure that Chop's allowed in the missions, I don't think.
Right, okay, so
But
he's
he'll
fine.
be okay, he's fine, yeah. He's a good boy, he'll be okay.
Okay,
He's tough,
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
I can't believe that the UK government voted to ban Chop. It's crazy. Absolutely wild.
He's so sweet as well.
I can't believe Rishi Sunak voted to ban Chop. It's
Yeah, he only
crazy.
bites bollocks occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of shading work is unbelievable. Like, I done a picture the other day, and it was meant to be like a cute little breakfast scene of them enjoying some marmalade toast and stuff. And I decided to use all the colours for the sky as shadows on everybody sitting at the table. And it popped off. It popped off. It got like a reaction, and people said it was really good, and I felt really blessed. And Abby actually was like, I love this, you're so talented. And I was like, oh, hee hee, that's so nice. And then I see some other people's stuff, and I'm like, you're a talentless whore, drown. You know.
Do you get jealous?
It's not even so much that I get jealous, it's more just so, do you ever get like almost like fatigued by your lack of creativity? It's not that I get jealous of these people, because I'm so blessed and so grateful that I can like look at the lovely work they make and I'm inspired by them, but it's just sometimes the detail is insane. Like, I would never think, like, they were putting like cute little jumpers on these wee bears, and I was like, that is so fucking cute. I never even thought to do that. What do you mean that fat little guy has a pair of socks on? It's the cutest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
People can be very creative.
They're so creative. And then there's some other people in the community that are a wee bit less than. There was this one girl that seemed to get like a little bit kind of blacklisted from the community.
Oh, there's drama?
There was drama because there was a page we were all attempting, so everyone was just tagging their efforts, and it was like meant to be like them at like a party. They were all like dancing, having like a little boogie, so everyone was doing like cute little like disco lights and blah blah blah, and she like drew stripper poles and like drew like bikinis on them and money and stuff, and she was like, the girls go partying, and everyone was like, absolutely not.
Absolutely
like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, I was like, I thought that was actually quite funny, but everyone else was like, that's not how you treat the wee guys around here.
Not in my nice fuzzy hug colouring book.
Not in the fuzzy hug colouring book.
I know.
I
know.
So
that's it.
That didn't go down very well.
Lily Moore, mate, welcome to
Hello.
the stream. Nice to see you. Happy GTA 5 Friday. So I didn't know that there was actually drama in the colouring world.
Oh yeah, there's little bits of drama every so often. But mostly everybody's just dead nice and wants to look at like the pages that everyone's doing. Or the vibe right now is like spooky huggy, so everybody's colouring in like. There's like a little ghost.
It's a Halloween book, right?
Yeah, and there's like a little ghost putting on a face mask, and he's got little cucumbers and a wee cucumber like drink and everything, and everyone's like, oh, I done cute bubbles in the bath, you know, and I'm like over here, you know, biting the fart bubbles out the bath.
Sure. Sure. It's good though. How many pages? How many pages is it?
How many pages is it?
I haven't counted them, to be honest. It's a healthy book. It's got a big, you know, it's voluminous. I'm not counting them right now.
No, I'm showing you the books there.
Yeah, it's like it's a decent size. You know, there's a good number of pages in there, I would say.
Maybe about 60?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe.
It's closer to like 100, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Probably yes, is very funny. Yeah, there's a good few wee pages in it, and I've got a few wee colouring books, so I just colour in what pleases me, because I got the new Queen Charlotte one from Bridgerton.
Yeah, you're funny with that, because you got what? You got 2 Bridgerton colouring books.
I do.
You got 2 of the, like the fuzzy, you got a couple of the fuzzy huggy ones, which are basically just nice wee, like, pictures that are designed to make you smile.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 World War colouring books.
Yeah. I've got a World War One and a World War Two colouring book.
So you have the option to, like, colour in the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
Which is just, you know,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Completely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to do it either. So, there's that as well. I use markers, alcohol markers just now. I use just little cheap ones I found on Amazon. There seems to be a big craze just now for, I think it's Onahue markers. They're like a really brilliant marker set, but the full case, the £360, the 365 pen set is like $149, and I don't have the money for that, so no.
Yeah, very fancy, sort of expensive brand.
Very,
right?
very, like, and lots of different colours to help you shade in different colours and stuff, but I just don't have the money to do that, so...
What is if you had to explain to people what the appeal of colouring in is, what would you say it is?
The appeal of it, I really like it because it helps me calm down. because you've got to focus so hard on colouring that you don't like actually have to think about anything else in your life. That's why I do it. I quite like the community as well. Like, all the girls that I've met are really quite nice, 'cause obviously it's just girls. But I would say I've not actually ever found any sort of other hobby that's actually allowed me to have like no thoughts present ever in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just me, the book, and colouring pens.
It's a bit like sort of like meditation in a way, right?
Yeah, like, because you can basically empty your head. Like, it's actually insane. It's to the point where, like, I can be like through in the other room colouring in, and you can be through here like doing your stream, and I genuinely won't hear you.
You're just in the zone.
You just completely zone out. Like,
that's good.
It's
that's good.
really good.
Yeah, obviously, no need to explain yourself, right? But
no, I
think it's nice to when you have a passion like that, it's nice to talk about the kind of appeal and the draw to it, right?
Yeah.
Because I've had that with a lot of stuff in the past. Like, I have like various hobbies. Like, for example, if I was to talk about chess, right, and I was to say, what do I like about it?
Yeah.
I like the fact that it involves me getting to like use my brain in a certain way, right? So I get to use my brain to like think about things that have happened and that could happen. And just go through ideas like in my own head and be creative and stuff like that. So it's good to talk about that stuff. I think it's good to have passions, obviously.
It really is. But what I think it's a wee bit of a shame as well for me, I suppose. But I also think that when you colour in, the wee guys on the page, like, I don't know if like you're kind of familiar with it. Obviously, you see me do it, but they're very, very innocent and very pure. Like, they exist in a little world that's not real. They don't know anything further than picking brambles or eating toast or having a bubble bath. And just like in that one moment, or however the hour or 2 hours or whatever it takes you to colour it, you can just pretend you're there.
This is the world as you wish it would be.
Yeah.
Is everyone would just be friends and eat bramble toast and have a nice time and stuff.
Yeah, and like none of these little guys have any problems. They don't have money problems. They don't have to worry about where they're getting the money to afford that bramble toast, or they don't have jobs, or they don't have issues and things like that. And it's just nice, because then they're just there forever on this page as they were, nice and happy. And I don't know, it just makes me happy too. It just kind of gives me a wee But then I like to exercise for that same reason as well, because all you focus for, like that hour, 2 hour of training something, is just your muscles.
Indeed, exciting development in your life. Would you like to talk about it?
If you want.
Bob has joined the rugby team.
Yes, I have.
Bob is a rugby woman.
I'm a rugby lady.
She's a rugby lady.
Thank
Indeed.
you. Part of the ladies rugby team.
How was your first rugby training session in your life? How
Absolutely
did that go?
Fucked it, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked it.
Tough?
I didn't get put on my arse. They wouldn't let that happen, but next week they said that they have to tank me next week so that I'm ready to play a game, because I can't be tanked by the opposition in the game for whatever. Well, obviously I get it. You can't have your first kind of like tanking by an enemy if you want.
Indeed.
You have to have it done by the players who you know already.
You came to me a couple of days ago. Maybe was it Saturday or Sunday of last week, and you said, Alex, I want to start rugby.
Yep.
And I said, okay, that sounds like fun. And you went off, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday this week, to go to a rugby training session. And I was shitting myself. I was like, she's going to get hurt, she's going to hate it, she's going to come back in tears or whatever. And all I got was a message from you in block capitals, I love rugby. Which, we'll call that a win, right?
Yeah, literally. And I came back with rugby boots and a mouse guard, and I was like, I'm playing rugby on the 20th of October. You were like, what the hell?
That's cool, though. That's cool.
So,
that's your new thing there, right?
Wall there.
Yeah, chess is a bit like a puzzle, right? I guess that's the bit I like about it. Is
Wall
it's very...
there. It's so rude, Luke. I hate when you do that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. He gets you with that.
He gets me every time with that.
Yeah. We're like 70 kg. You could be like what's the name of like a winger?
Oh yeah, you
They're
can
light,
get
usually.
a wee forward.
Yeah, a wee forward. There you go.
A wee forward. I'm an absolute unit, so like I'm a firm scrum girl. Firm in the scrum.
You're gonna get cauliflower ear. Yeah.
What's that?
You know, seen the rugby players who get like the weird ears because they spend so much time in the scrum.
No.
No? Look up cauliflower ear later.
Why would I want to do that? I have an anxiety disorder, and you want me to look up things that may like permanently disfigure me?
Well, that's why they wear the headgear. to be safe.
We don't wear headgear.
Oh,
Sorry, we don't wear headgear.
Bob's gonna get cauliflower ear. You heard it here first.
Shut up before I actually make you into cauliflower cheese.
Shut up before I give you cauliflower ear.
That's it. That's it. You're going in the soup.
No, you can't put me in the soup.
You're going in the soup.
Don't put me in the
You're
soup.
going in the fucking soup, mate.
I don't want to go in the soup.
Bro's going in the soup.
No.
Soup. Your location, soup. Yeah.
I must admit, threatening to sort of put someone in soup is quite funny.
Yeah, your last will and testament before I put you in the soup. Straight.
Also, is it a US thing where they put the thing that killed someone on their grave? Have you noticed that? I think they do that in the US, right? Do they not?
Do they?
Do they put on tombstones what killed someone?
I don't think they do. That's a bit morbid, is it not?
Do they?
R.I.P. Alice, you were fucked to death.
I feel like I need to Google this now to confirm.
R.I.P. to R. Joseph, you choked on a piece of chocolate. Saw somebody like ye olde times. I like to look at like people's death certificates and stuff. I know how weird that sounds, but just go with me. I
want to explain that further before you go any further. What is the why? Why do you do that?
So here in Scotland, and I'm assuming in the UK as well, we have like census data, which basically means that you can look up death certificates, birth certificates, marriage licenses, etc., as long as the person, parish records, church records, as long as the person's been dead for 100 years. Because it goes in line with census data. So obviously when the last census was taken, which was last year, I think, because it was delayed because of COVID. Let me just be really weird for a minute. So yeah, the census was meant to be taken in 21, but it got taken in 22 because of budget cuts,
What is the census, Bob?
The census is effectively a document that's done every 4 years by the government and historians to reflect the kind of population, the diversity, the occupations of the entire nation.
It's a series of questions that the government asks people every so often.
Yeah, basically, and they will be your nationality, your job, how many people live in your house, does your house have toilets, things like that. It's a very, very useful kind of tool. And obviously we've been doing censuses for at least the last kind of 200 years. And obviously every time a census is made, a census is released from 100 years ago. So the last census to be taken was in 1921, which means that they released the 1921 census. So it is really quite interesting sometimes to just read through people's details and see what was happening like 100 years ago.
What people were like.
Yeah, so that's why I look at people's death certificates, because I'm interested in seeing things from 100 years ago. And you know, obviously you get to take part in the census, and the next census that comes out in Scotland, we'll be able to fill out together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because we live together.
Yep.
That's sick. That's sick.
So, you know, in the historical record, in 100 years from now, somebody will be reading the census and wondering what our lives were like.
I think I answered the census last time. I think you made me do it.
You only answer the census in as much as, because you're registered at a certain address, you fill out your part of the census. But the census used to be like a massive thing. Like my grandma used to always say that if like my aunt and uncle and mum weren't home in time, she would fill it out to say that they weren't in, because you had to fill it out of exactly who was in the house at the time. Which is really cool. But I've filled out the census when I lived at my mum's address. Oh shit. So I don't know actually. You might have still been at home then.
The last time it was done. What was it, 2022?
21.
That would have been in Edinburgh, I think. I think so.
Well, anyway, it's important to fill it out, so if you're... And I'm sure America and Canada and these places fill out the census as well, so when the census comes around, do fill it out, because it gives historians like me the kind of context we need.
You dirty historians, man. I always want to know too much about people, man. Leave us alone.
But it's
Leave us
really, really
alone.
fascinating, because then it lets you know really cool facts. Like, did you know in the last census in 1921, excuse me, there was still people living without electricity
In Scotland.
in Scotland?
In 1921?
In 1921.
I could see that.
But it's cool though. There were still people living without electricity, and we still had people living in dwellings instead of houses.
Dwellings meaning what? Sorry.
Dwellings, as in like sharing, like housing, like with animals.
Like barns.
Yeah.
People living in barns in Scotland in 1921.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, did you know as well that it wasn't actually illegal to live under the ground in Scotland until 1939?
You could just live in a hole in the ground.
No, people used to live under the ground in Mary King's Close, like what we used to discuss.
Right, yeah.
And with the last person that lived in Mary King's Close was obviously born in there and didn't want to leave their home because, you know, why would they? They didn't want to leave their home. And so they ran their business there and their home there for the next 60 odd years. Government kept trying to buy them out to say that you need to give this up, we'll give you money to come out, all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then he died, obviously, and the first thing they did was make it illegal to live under the ground in Scotland. And that was it. And now it's a museum. But
there you go.
Last person to come out. So Mary King's Close was probably made in like the 1400s, and the last person to come out of it for the last time was in 1939.
Indeed, Edinburgh has a lot of these little closes. Right.
It's basically a city under the ground.
Yeah, it's like Mary King's Close in particular is like a little city that exists under Edinburgh that I believe was what it was like in the medieval times, right? Or what is it?
Yeah, it's probably like the best example of Edinburgh being built on top of itself.
Yeah.
But originally when they built the closes, it was kind of as an escape from plague, or people were put there because they had the plague. And especially with like rising population and things like that, before Newtown was built in Edinburgh, people had nowhere to go other than under the ground. But obviously that gave rise to like a lot of crime and murder and things like that, so they had to begin to police it, unfortunately. Which is not great, but it's very interesting. Scotland's Hidden History, as it's called. There's
a lot of history on like the closes and stuff, and all Edinburgh's little hidden streets and what it used to look like and what it looks like now. It's changed a lot over the years. Have I watched Grass's video? I have not yet, actually. I should do that. I didn't realise I was in it. That's fun.
Oh, are you in Grass's video? Sorry, I'm just blabbing here.
So. No, it's good. It's good. I think Edinburgh's a really interesting city to study from a historical point of view.
It is really cool.
There's a lot that's been going on here.
It's fascinating, and it's called Mary King's Close because it was literally named after a very wealthy woman named Mary King, because all the closes around here are named after specific people that either funded them or were like named after them, because like Advocates Close, obviously things like that were named after the Lord Advocate of Scotland because he would have funded it at the time. It's really, really interesting. There's so many like narrow bits and pieces and things like that, and obviously Newtown is called Newtown, but it's only been around since like the Hanoverian times, so that's like the 1800s, like Queen Victoria's grandparents.
Yeah, Edinburgh split into an old town, which has been around a lot longer, and then a new town, which, as you say, got constructed in like the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
1700s-ish, maybe, like, because there's a plaque in Newtown to George III. So he was maybe the 1700s-ish.
You know, I will say one thing about you. You know quite a lot about royal history. The thing is, you don't even like the royal family.
No.
Like the modern royal family, you criticise them all the time for basically being lazy.
Yeah.
Right? But when it comes to anything historical, if you ask Bob anything about the royal family, she knows it. She knows a lot about the royal family. You're brilliant with that stuff.
I just think they're interesting.
They are very interesting.
I like the impact as well. Like Newtown in Edinburgh is very intricately designed, and if you actually look at Newtown from above, it's in all the streets are in the shape of the Union Jack. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
It's interesting. It's cool stuff. What's L3?
This one?
Ah.
There you go. This is a fucking James Bond car you're driving.
Well, I'm crashing it repeatedly.
Sorry, driving, I guess I would use that term loosely here, right?
But it's so funny because with my degree, I never actually chose to do the royal family or anything, which I think's hilarious.
No, you specialised in Irish history.
I did, yeah. Irish history and politics was my chosen study. So, But yeah, I'm really interested in the royal family. I think they're very interesting people.
You like foreign countries' royal families as well, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if I told you, actually, a couple of weeks ago I was watching a really interesting 2-part documentary on the history of royal jewels.
I just like their jewels and gemstones and
jewellery,
stuff.
gemstones, all that kind of stuff, and how they were all shared out. And the Scandinavian countries, although they don't like being called that, quite a lot of their jewels and things like that are shared by each other.
Like Sweden, Denmark, Norway.
They shared their royal jewels, and they were kind of gifted them to each other because there was so many wars and so much displacement that they wanted to protect their gemstones, so they just gave them to other royal families because they knew they'd be safe. And another interesting fact, I'm probably boring everybody, but another really interesting fact as well is the Romanovs, when most of them were murdered during the Russian Revolution.
They were the Russian royal family.
The Russian royal family, the Romanovs, the dynasty. Obviously, the imperial Russian family were murdered by the Bolsheviks, but there was quite a lot of them who didn't die, because obviously their line still exists today.
Like cousins and
distant aunts, distant cousins,
aunts,
that kind of stuff. And do you know they actually sold their diamonds and their precious gemstones to our royal family for safe passage to Britain?
The family did, to get out of Russia.
Which I think is absolutely fascinating, and Russia, obviously, if people are familiar, have some of the most exquisite, beautiful, expensive, rarest diamonds and rubies and pearls you've ever seen. Like, if you've ever googled the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg, for example, it is just stunning. Like, although the Romanovs were brutally murdered, and we won't get into that, whether it's acceptable or not. What do I need?
You going the wrong way.
I'm going the wrong way. Oh no, it's rerouted.
Oh, is it rerouted? There you go.
We'll not go into whether it was acceptable or not, whether it was acceptable to kill them, because that's a communist chat I don't really want to have. But anyway, nobody can deny that the life that they lived was absolutely royal.
The Romanovs,
sublime. The amount of money that was in that dynasty and it was 1,000-year monarchy, so that's why they had so much inherent wealth.
What the Russian Empire is the longest standing empire in existence, is that right?
I don't know about the longest standing, because I don't know how long the Aztecs and that lived.
True. And obviously in Europe, maybe you could say
maybe
more than the Romans, right?
The Romans were about 1,000 years, were they not?
Something like that. Yeah.
And obviously we've got the Ottoman Empire. That was an awful long time, and even the Chinese dynasties, they maybe are 1,000 years themselves.
Yeah, China could be longer. No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But so obviously 1,000-year kind of dynasty for the Romanovs. So we've got these amazing, beautiful jewels, and I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google just even the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg and have a look. They have whole rooms dedicated just to themes.
What do you mean by themes?
Just themes, a red room and everything in it's red. Made out of rubies.
Okay.
It's
rubies. Okay.
Yeah, and there's I don't know how much of it's based on actual fact, but there's historical kind of gossip that the Tsar and his Tsarina, used to have sex on the floor in their palace because they were just surrounded by so much opulence that it just aroused them.
Well, you would though, right?
I mean, yeah, you would, to be fair.
You would.
But they had dripping in jewels. They had to take, when they were murdering the Romanovs, when they were stabbing bayoneting the daughters, they had to do they shot them obviously, and it didn't kill them because they had so many diamonds sewn into their clothing that all the bullets ricocheted off them.
That's insane.
So they had to bayonet them, unfortunately, to really make sure that they'd killed them and destroyed the line. The line of inheritance, obviously. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I keep getting excited, but the point I'm trying to make is the Romanovs, as an empire, had this beautiful tradition within their family where they would gift each other eggs. So an egg, like you and I would think of, hard-boiled, and then just decorated with diamonds, rubies, sapphires, pictures, Bible scenes, etc., etc. And the last one to be sold at auction to go into a museum was 1.3 million euros.
Did you not tell me that's where the Easter tradition comes from?
I think Easter is encouraged by the Romanovs, but then again, that's Orthodox. So I don't know how close Russian Orthodox is to anything I would know.
Stuff. Okay.
But
okay. You've been recommended to start a history podcast.
I don't think anybody would want to listen, to be honest. I don't have that much interesting to say. I just have what interests me. I'd be rubbish if it was something.
I don't know, you keep me pretty thoroughly fascinated with all the stuff that you know about history, so...
Maybe, I guess so.
You also made a banging documentary.
Oh, God.
I did.
I did though.
You did, about a local landmark, yeah.
Well, I had to do it for uni anyway.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was quite interesting. You once said that I had a very good voice for BBC Scotland, which cracks me up every single time I think about it.
You do, though, right? Like, I feel like you have the perfect voice for a BBC Scotland documentary about, like, castles or something, right?
Castles with...
Come and visit Edinburgh Castle with me, Bob. I'm showing off Edinburgh Castle today. So excited, guys.
So excited. Like, I genuinely would love to. Like, I think that would be so good. Like, if I could have, like, a dream job, I would definitely, like, do history for a living, like a podcast. Like, I would go explore things, I would chat, and I wouldn't work an office job.
I don't think either of us would. Roman's got the longest empire, Japan's the longest dynasty. Got you.
Oh, look at me go.
There you go. Not bad.
Look at me.
Not bad. Although Japan's not China, Bob, obviously.
I got a bit mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because China's communist now, aren't they?
Yeah, allegedly not. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. So, actually, speaking of Japan...
I know they are. I think they're openly communist, I think.
Yeah, China are openly communist. Speaking of Japan's imperial family, I was actually reading about it because I don't really have a lot of knowledge on it, so I just pop in and out when things interest me. And did you know back in 2006, the Japanese government were looking to change their constitution to change the rights of hereditary, what's the word I'm looking for? So, like, obviously when they take the throne, what's the word I'm looking for?
Coronation?
Yeah, but the word I'm looking for... Ascension.
Yeah, there you go.
They were looking to change the rules on ascension because obviously in Japan it's only the male that can ascend. We changed that in Britain in 2015 after the birth of Princess Charlotte. But obviously Japan and some of these other places haven't changed their rules on that. And the two brothers that were, like, in line to the Japanese throne had daughters only and no more children. So they were seriously worried that they were going to have to rewrite it to have their first queen, and then a boy was born, and they just totally left it. But I thought that was amazing.
I think they made their royal family purely ceremonial recently, didn't they, as well? Because I think they had some sort of government power left, but I think it was, like, genuinely in the 2020s at some point. They had said enough of that. The Emperor of Japan, or, you know, the Emperor
mm-hmm.
is now purely a ceremonial position, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know if there are many kind of monarchies left in the world. Maybe the Saudis that have, like, full absolute power. I think maybe the Saudis and maybe the Jordanian king.
Of Jordan?
Yeah, the Jordan royal family, I think.
I didn't know they had a royal family.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think the Jordan royal family still have quite a lot of power, and I think the Saudis do. But I think the rest of, like, other countries, maybe in Africa and things like that, they have their own laws and customs and things like that. But
mostly governments now, yeah.
I think quite a lot of the world nowadays doesn't have... Well, we've not had absolute power of a monarchy in this country since before the Queen Victoria's reign. Queen Victoria was the last... a monarch to have any sort of real say. Like, she once held government hostage because she didn't like her ladies in waiting. Absolute legend.
What do you mean by that, sorry? Like, what do you mean she didn't like her ladies in waiting?
So traditionally, back in the day, a monarch or the monarch's wife would have ladies in waiting picked by the government. Because they were the wives of important politicians.
And what were ladies in waiting, sorry?
Ladies in waiting were just really kind of meant to be like the Queen's Counsel. Like, they'd have her ear.
They would, okay, people who'd be in and around the Queen, and they were like, picked by the government.
Yeah, so basically, like, if you were the Prime Minister, if you were the Prime Minister, it would be more than likely that your wife would be in the Queen's inner circle as a lady in wait, and you would be there when she was getting dressed, you would take meals with her, all that kind of stuff. And she once hated her ladies in waiting so much that she refused to hang out with them, and she refused to form government because she hated Robert Peel so much, which I think is hysterical.
He was presumably the leader of the government at the time, right?
Well, it's interesting because she had a leader, the former leader of the government was Prime Minister, I can't remember his name, Lord M, she used to call him. What was his name? Lord Marlborough, something like that. Anyway, she loved Lord M, and he was Prime Minister when she first, like, took to the throne and everything like that, and there's, like, scandalous, like, insinuations that they were having like an affair and everything like that, which is
scandalous.
That's horrible.
Victoria
though.
was a bit of a dog though, right? She got around.
She was, but at this point she was only 18. She hadn't met Albert there or anything, and Lord M was like a recent widow and his child had died.
Yeah,
so I think it's a bit cruel to have like made any of that up about him. I'm really sorry, guys. If it's like boring you or anything, please just say it. I'll stop talking.
We're doing history hour.
We're having history hour. So if this is not what you've signed up for, the gang learns history. It's so funny. If you've not signed up for this and you think it's boring, please just say it. I will cease. Equally, if you are interested in anything, we could have a chat about whatever. Just pop some things down and we can sound it out. I'm sure more than likely Requiem will have some questions when he comes back about Lord Melbourne. That's it. Yeah, so Lord Melbourne was her Prime Minister when she first took the throne, and she liked him very... Lord Melbourne was his name, and she obviously...
He was a proper Aussie fella.
She loved Lord M very much, and obviously Lord M's government lost.
Yeah.
And they needed to concede to Peel's government, which was the Conservatives, or the Tories as they were called back then in proper terms. And she hated Robert Peel so much that she refused to let him form government. She hated him.
I mean, that's awfully petty, but it is funny.
So class. And basically they were all like threatening a revolt because like she wouldn't recognise the government, and Lord M had to come back. It was an absolute carnage, and I was like, you go, girl. Like,
well,
fucking go.
Queen Victoria also mourned for what?
40 years.
40 years that she was in mourning. And when we say mourning, what do we mean by that?
We mean full black. Do you know how badass my woman was? She made all of her children like mourn their dad at their weddings. Like, they were allowed to dress in white for their event and have, like, their lovely day, and then all their photographs had to be taken in black clothing, standing looking at, like, statues of dad.
For 40 years.
For 40 years.
Which is insane when you think about it.
It's actually brilliant.
She lost her husband and then was sad about it for 40 years after the fact.
But see, to be perfectly honest, right, I would be sad about that for 40 years too, because if you died, like, I wouldn't look for anyone else, so, you know? But we're not cousins, though, so...
That's the bit that probably where it starts to fall down, because they were cousins,
That's true.
Yeah.
That is kind of true.
Recommended that you teach me the real story of Braveheart.
The real story of Braveheart?
Indeed. Not the Mel Gibson version, obviously.
I mean, the Mel Gibson version's kind of like a sanitisation of Scottish history. I guess it really depends on what side you're on, really, of whether Wallace... No, she was not popping puss for any...
Victoria wasn't popping her puss for any of her other cousins. Wow, he must have been very special.
Literally. Well, did you know, though, that Victoria was nearly not queen at all?
How so?
Because her dad was one of 13 of George III and Charlotte. And according to Bridget, and it doesn't mean it's real... But according to Bridget and according to some of the books and sources I've read, they were all so busy having mistresses and lots of fun that they never bothered to create legitimate heirs.
And George did, her dad.
He was the first one to wise up, get married to Victoria's mum, and have Victoria.
And because of that, she was first.
Then the fucker died.
Who?
Her dad. Yeah, but...
Well, how long did she mourn him for?
I don't think she knew he was a baby. But what is so interesting to it as well is that she was third in line to the throne. And then obviously second in line after her dad died, and her uncle was the king, and he wanted her to be queen over his own son to be king, that he stayed alive deliberately until Victoria's 18th birthday and then popped his clogs so she'd become queen. It's fascinating.
Weird how that works, right?
Yep.
Weird how that works.
Yeah, they do hide. The Vespas do hide on Fridays because they know I'm here. You know, a Vespa hate to see me coming.
The Vespas are terrified. Yeah, they're terrified. Yeah, we got a Frenchman in here.
A Frenchman?
Do you know anything at all about the French monarchy?
I
Any
don't
fun
want to.
facts about the French monarchy?
I'll be very light because I don't want to offend. I know the French get very, very agitated about their
do they?
about their monarchy.
Is it still a sensitive subject?
I don't think it's even so much a sensitive topic. I think it's very dramatised. There's a lot of information on it, and I think lots of historians have worked hard in the last kind of hundreds to 50 years to really try and break down any of the kind of real propaganda displayed against Marie Antoinette. Because what a lot of people forget about her was she was 14.
Who is she again, sorry?
So Marie Antoinette was the Queen of France. She was married to Louis XVI, I think, or Louis XV maybe.
And there's a lot of Louis in like the
Well,
French.
there was 16 in a row.
I mean, that's quite a lot.
There's a lot of Louis.
Yeah.
Apparently Louis XIII, feel free to correct me, was kind of like the golden age for France, and then it just kind of all went downhill from there. But Marie Antoinette's really quite tragic because obviously she was executed, beheaded, guillotined, if you will, for her part in the French monarchy. And what's a really interesting thing, I did this at uni very briefly on the French Revolution, is that she was kind of victimised and blamed for spending money that they didn't have, for, you know, selling their grain so that she could buy more clothes, things like that, etc, etc. But what is fascinating is her husband either didn't like her or was too young to really understand intimacy himself, but they didn't consummate their marriage for 7 years.
Until after they were married?
Yes. Now, obviously they done what they needed to do, because back then everyone used to watch you consummate your marriage to make sure you'd done it right.
That's got to be a tough day.
So they had to publicly...
That's got to be a tough day.
They had to have sex in an open bedroom with everyone watching without the covers on.
Oofed.
So obviously they'd done whatever they needed to do to fake it as appropriate, and then obviously, like I say, they didn't consummate their marriage for 7 years. But also, some people would say that makes him quite loyal to her, but I would just kind of indicate maybe he just didn't want to have sex with anyone, maybe he was asexual. But the point being is, because he didn't have active sex and didn't want to have sex, he therefore didn't take a mistress, which was kind of the most important thing that a monarch could do back in the day, was because their mistress could take all of the negative press. But
there was always some sort of scandal in newspapers and stuff like that about a mistress. Okay.
Exactly, but if you don't take a mistress, who takes your smoke? Your wife. So Marie Antoinette took a lot more public pressure and a lot more public scrutiny than she perhaps deserved, because she was called the whore of France and things like that, you know, that let them eat cake thing that she said that she didn't say, and all that kind of stuff.
She never said that?
She never said that. She never said that. It's very interesting.
Made to be the villain. Made to be the villain is crazy.
But that always kind of happens throughout history. Like, sometimes, you know, I think about it and it makes me really sad, is Henry VIII... Oh, what we got?
Guy's either got a side piece or a huge right or left arm. Is very funny.
They genuinely just think that Louis XV just wasn't interested in having sex.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to. He might have been like what we would maybe refer to today as asexual, but he just genuinely didn't. No, Abby, you're so true. Persecution against women all the time. Like, I always think so much about Marie Antoinette and Anne Boleyn and all these women that were just kind of like scrubbed away from the history books because their husband didn't like them. Like, sometimes when I really think about it, Henry VIII did everything he could to destroy that Anne Boleyn even existed, to the point now, if you've ever seen a portrait of her, we're not actually sure she even looked like that.
Really?
Yeah. He destroyed everything he could of her. All the not photographs, all the paintings.
It's funny because he chose to keep the photographs of him that showed him looking like a big pig. You know?
Yeah, he chose them.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't exactly, you know, whatever, like James Dean, right?
No, but he was the James Dean of the day, and the thing that
was he?
Yeah.
No.
The thing about Henry VIII was, you know, he was actually a very handsome boy.
Really?
Do you know he wasn't even meant to be king?
Really?
Yeah, his brother died. His brother died on his wedding day.
What happened? Did he then eat him? Or what was it?
Oh, I love talking about cod pieces. It's so funny. Henry VIII always wanted, like, huge cod pieces to try and make himself look like really masculine and everything like that.
Really?
Yeah. But the thing,
he gave himself a big penis.
that's what cod pieces are. They were just like little bits that used to go under like their armour or whatever clothing and make their penises look.
It's like the medieval equivalent of just stuffing a sock down your pants, right?
It really basically is. But the thing is Henry used to be really quite attractive when he was young, but he was injured in a lancing competition. He had a lance stuck through his leg. The leg never recovered and it became infected, and he got very, very sick, very, very sore. Like I said, it got infected and he never recovered fully, and then he couldn't exercise, so he just got fatter and fatter and more resentful.
Evidently started comfort eating, yeah.
Yeah, and because obviously he was the king, he kind of just got what he wanted. You know? Very interesting to me anyway.
That's good, that.
How do I apply this?
That's good, that. So you need to turn it to the left to start. You can't just fly it through there. You're going to hit a tree, Bob. Go for it.
Turn it to the left?
Go on, son. Have a go.
What am I doing?
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, so you got to turn it to the left when you're leaving the hangar.
Turn it left.
Because there's a runway to the left of you.
Yeah, rich monarchs being beheaded every Tuesday is a very, very funny way to put the French Revolution, because there's a big bit of the French Revolution that gets referred to as the Terror, which is they were just fucking executing people left, right and centre for everything. Like, they were even executing, the revolution leaders.
Yeah?
Yeah, like Robespierre. Robespierre?
But you can use these to turn. If you hold them down and then go forward, there you go, see?
Oh. Thank you. It is very, very interesting. He wasn't even the Prince of Wales as well. His brother was.
Who, sorry?
Henry VIII.
I didn't... Oh, he's the King of England, isn't he?
Well, he was. He's Henry VIII, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought he was French for some reason.
No.
There you go.
He wasn't the Prince of Wales.
No?
No, his brother was. His brother's died.
You know a fun one about Queen Elizabeth's dad as well, don't you?
He was the spare.
Yeah, you talk about the heir and the spare.
The heir and the spare.
That's a fun thing in history that royal families typically everywhere sort of do, right?
I really wanted to, but nobody's ever been interested enough in it. But I really wanted to do a mini podcast or like a TED talk kind of thing about the history of the heir and the spare. And I just really wanted to do a comparison of how many spares became king and their reflective differences in their personality and how they reigned, because there is actually more young men that went on to become king that were spares than people think.
And typically they weren't as well trained, right, to become king.
No, they weren't as well trained to become king, but sometimes they ended up making better monarchs than the people who were actually bred, if you want, to become the monarch. I think it's fascinating. Even right down to the differences between William and Harry. Obviously everyone's got a lot to say on Prince Harry right now, but a lot of it's very uneducated. Because if you look at the classic differences of how the heir and the spare are kept, it's fascinating stuff. Even right down to obviously Charles is our monarch and Andrew would be the spare in this context, as Anne wouldn't be there in the line of succession. And just even the differences between them and how they were reared. And then obviously when you start
Charles and Andrew,
so at that one point he would have been the heir because Elizabeth was the queen, and Andrew would have been the spare because back then we didn't use females in the line of succession, which would have made Princess Anne not the heir. The spare, sorry. So it was fascinating because Queen Elizabeth wasn't meant to be queen either, but she managed to become fourth in line technically at one point.
Who was this, sorry?
Our former Queen Elizabeth II.
Elizabeth was fourth in line.
Was once fourth in line to the throne and took the throne just because of circumstance of life. And obviously her father was a spare, and his father before him was a spare as well. Yeah,
the lore about what is it? Is it Edward?
Edward and Mrs. Simpson, Edward the Seventh.
So yeah, Queen Elizabeth's dad was a guy called George, right?
Yeah. George V.
And George was the spare, and his brother was someone called Edward.
Yep.
And Edward was the king.
He was.
But decided not to be the king. Indeed. For a very interesting reason, right? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
So he chose love over the throne. He wanted to marry Wallis Simpson, who was an American twice divorced woman. and they just didn't want it in the royal family. They didn't want that at all. And she was American, which didn't help. In that context, they didn't think
arguably
of them as
worse
very
than being
royal.
divorced.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree with him. And
Valid.
he decided to choose her, so he abdicated. But a really interesting point about that is Edward was never ever expected to be very, very good because he was very spoilt. I don't necessarily agree with that. I'll give a point on why not. But their father, George V was Queen Elizabeth's grandfather, so their dad, when he was king, he wrote in his memoirs, his diary, about feeling very uncomfortable about Edward going to be taking the throne after he died. And he wrote within his diary that the boy would ruin himself within 12 months, and Edward abdicated within 13.
Who wrote that, sorry?
Their dad, George V.
Well, it's kind of his fault, no?
No, it's a private diary.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's what he had to say on the matter. He didn't think that Edward would have made a very good monarch either. But I think that's quite unfair because he was a very good Prince of Wales. He once went on a royal engagement where he shook so many hands that he actually sprained the muscles in his right hand and was ordered by a doctor and moved to shaking with the left for the remainder of his visit.
He shook so many hands.
He shook so many hands.
When you compare that to what the royal family do nowadays, it's almost ridiculous.
Right?
Oh,
I know, honestly.
You got fun facts on this. What was the most appearances that Queen Elizabeth II ever did in a year?
The most I've ever counted was, on average, the Queen done over 400 appearances per year.
Meaning that she had 400 separate events that she attended in a year.
In a year, yeah. Right. And then swiftly followed by the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and then swiftly followed by Prince Charles. Well, now King Charles, sorry. So they were the hardest working royals. And just for, kind of argument's sake, because they're not very appealing just now, do you know that the Prince and Princess of Wales have done 1 or 2 royal engagements this year only?
Compared to 400 that the Queen did.
And I know the Princess of Wales is battling cancer, and I'm not trying to belittle her or take anything away from her or anything like that. But he, as the Prince of Wales, should be standing up. I'm sure the royal family have suffered through disease and such before. Take Prince Michael of Kent, for example. That man is 99 years old and still does over 100 events a year, and only just recently stepped down as the patron of the lifeguards, the Royal Lifeguards Association. Not really too sure.
What's the funniest royal title that you can have?
Funniest royal title?
You just said Prince of Kent there, and that almost made me burst out laughing.
Why?
I don't know, just something funny about it.
Prince Michael of Kent.
Prince Michael of... What's the funniest one? That you can have?
Well, I thought Prince Harry's was quite funny. He is the Duke of Sussex, which is quite funny. I suppose Prince William, when he is up in Scotland, is like the Lord of Strathallan or something, which is quite funny.
Some tiny little place in
Scotland. Something silly like that, like the Lord of Strathallan or something like that, which I think is quite funny. I don't actually know. I think it would more be maybe second gentleman of the gentry is actually probably.
What in the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't think I could even fully explain what that is. I think that's more like a military title. But there is quite a lot of titles. What is a funny fact I could tell you though is, did you know I once nearly applied for a job in Buckingham Palace, which was to be paid handsomely to break in the Queen's shoes for her?
What do you mean the Queen's shoes?
The Queen wore a size 4 shoe, as do I, and a job offer from Buckingham Palace, should you choose to accept it, qualify for the role and be accepted, was that it would be your job to walk about Buckingham Palace or the grounds wearing the Queen's shoes to break them in for her ankles.
You were going to break in the Queen's shoes?
Yep. That was genuinely a job.
What do you mean?
Yep. No, genuinely, Abby.
Were you ever interviewed for it?
No, I never finished my application because I couldn't obviously move to London to do that, but I did think about it.
You thought about it? That's crazy. You guys know that you're actually in the presence of the Queen's Royal Shoe Tester?
No, I'm not. Question for Bob: have you ever done a tarot reading for a season? What will this winter season bring for me? I'm thinking of doing that, but feel like it would be too broad a question. Hi, Blizzard.
Hello, Blizzard, mate.
I do tarot cards kind of regularly. Abby does them too, so I'm sure if Abby's in the comments she could maybe pipe up as well. I'd love to hear. I don't think that's a too broad a question at all of what a winter season would bring for you. I don't think that's broad, but I think you would maybe have to use feel free to disagree, Abby, but I think you would have to try and maybe limit the amount of cards that you used for it instead, and do more kind of like analysis on the 3 cards, because I think if you were to maybe use 1, that would be too much, because like say you get like the Tower or something, then you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm fucked, my entire life's going to turn upside down. Versus if you use 3, you've kind of got like a more, like 3 cards, maybe like a basics, this is what I could do. That's what I would do. The past, present and future probably is the best spread. But what I've been doing quite a lot, when I get round to, obviously I haven't done it since I've moved out, but what I like to do sometimes is just throw like random questions in. I once asked my tarot cards a very quite closed off question of, should I quit my job? And my tarot cards came back with no. And gave me a reason for why not. So I don't think questions can be too like broad. I don't think so. I think it just depends how much you know on your tarot cards, which like not confidently enough. But
what was my tarot? You did a tarot reading for me, didn't you?
I did do a tarot reading for you, but I can't remember what we done. I also remember that we done you a happiness spell.
A happiness spell?
Do you not remember?
I don't know if I necessarily remember that.
Do you not remember the happiness spell I cast on you?
Not sure.
I also cast a love spell on you.
You did?
I did.
Shit, man. This woman's a witch! Burn her! Burn the witch! Burn her! At the stake. Yeah, good evening, Blizzard, mate. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Bob's very interesting, guys. She has a lot of fun things to say about history. For sure. I don't know, I know fucking nothing about it, to be honest. I know a little bit. I know the things that she's told me is pretty much what I've got. She turned me into a newt. Indeed.
You got better though. Don't lie, you got better.
Yeah. If she floats, she's a witch.
Oh my god, I floated. But if anybody would be interested in hearing a very short history of the Heir and Despair, I would be more than delighted to make that content, so you'll be giving me interesting things to do with my spare time.
That'd be fun, that.
So you can soft
You've
launch
been
my
messing
history.
around with CapCut this week. You've been learning about video editing.
I have.
You have indeed, so you could do that.
I could.
100%. Could be part of the plan.
Yes.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What do you think about CapCut as a video editing software?
I love CapCut.
Yeah. It's pretty good, eh? Oh.
See, Abby's so good at this. She just be speaking facts and it makes me want to kiss her. Dampening of the solar principle in view of being it in the sun's fall. Now see, I wouldn't know any of that. I'm not smart enough for that. Abby got me to do like my birth chart, which I thought was cool as heck. But then like any more than that and my head does big hurty. Because like not clever enough to understand it, to be honest. A happy loving man. Not love the guy, not gay obviously. No, it was full gay, 100% gay. Confirmed. 100%.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You guess so?
I guess I'm pretty happy. I don't know, I was fucking miserable today, I'll say that much.
Oh, you were so fucking miserable
I had the
today.
worst day today, guys, I'll be honest. It was fucking pesh.
But my favourite thing to do in the morning is ignore you.
That's probably, good for your health, I would say, is to ignore me in the morning.
I give you coffee and ashwagandha on your days, and then apart from that, I just, ignore you. Because you're so moody. And you came in ranting tonight, and I was just like, yep.
I had a shit day, to be fair.
Thank you. You did have a shit day. But we had tiramisu last night as a treat.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good.
Good quality tiramisu.
I love tiramisu. We also did want to go out tomorrow for dinner, and obviously, you made they tried to make a booking, and they told us that they were fully booked, so we couldn't go. So we were thinking about just going anyway and kicking the door in and telling them to serve us. Yeah,
we were trying to go to this French place for dinner, and I had to email them for a start. They didn't have any sort of ability to book through the website,
which is a bit cool. But
so I sent them an email, and they emailed back we're fully booked. So what we're gonna do is just go tomorrow anyway, and just pretend that we have a reservation.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk in there with full confidence.
Yeah, we're just gonna say we have a reservation for today.
But.
And then if they say we can't sit in, I'm just going to have a tantrum on the floor in the restaurant.
I would fucking kill to see that.
Yeah.
I would probably piss myself laughing. But you'll get a long lie-in tomorrow because I'm going out tomorrow for a bit.
Indeed, you are going to socialise.
I am.
You're making friends.
I am.
Yeah, why?
Because
For what reason?
Because I'm really lonely.
Bitch, do I not exist?
No, of course you do. I'm going for a coquette, girly girl, hot chalky walk tomorrow morning with girls who walk. That's the group. We're called Gals Who Walk. So I'm going to walk tomorrow morning with gals. Yes, and then on Sunday we're going for lunch, as we often do.
Yeah, but I'm gonna walk into the place. I'm gonna say, I have a booking. You have to let me eat at this place, or I'm going to cry right now.
I'm going to
and
cry.
Then get down on the floor and just start smacking my hands against the ground and going wah wah wah.
And I'm just going to stand there and be like, look what you did. You upset the baby.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, he's always going to be one tiramisu behind me, so he's own fault, really.
I'm still not over that. That is such bullshit that you did that.
It's the one not nice thing I've ever done, and bro never lets me forget it.
It's just not good enough, though.
Like he doesn't fart at bedtime.
No, that is big talk coming from you.
That's so
That
not
is
true.
huge talk coming from you. You literally have a trumpet bum.
I'm always sleeping. I don't know.
Well, that's good for you, but for me it's not so good.
That's it. I'm not crediting you in my nice history talk.
Oi.
Yeah.
Oi.
I'm not giving your channel any views.
Incredible. Do you know, she's fucking big leaguing me, guys. She gets fucking 5,000 views on TikTok, and this lady's big leaguing me. It's crazy. I'm getting fucking...
I did get 5,000 views on TikTok.
I'm getting big leagued right now. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
you know, I took time out of my busy schedule to
Shut
come and
up.
appear on your little channel.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You know? You know, I came, you know, I instead of colouring in tonight, I have came...
Instead of doing your main job,
Yeah.
you came and slummed it with me for a little
I've done
bit.
some charity.
Yeah.
Some charity work tonight.
This is your one special appearance now, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one and only time I'll be here.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm going to have to focus on my history podcast I'm going to make now.
Yeah.
Because people were interested in what I had to say.
Well, there you go.
And that was their silly loss for doing that. They gave me attention once. Have I ever told you a fun fact about the Titanic?
What is your fun fact about the Titanic?
You know, they only had 16 lifeboats on board.
I think I did know that fact, yeah.
And 4 of them were collapsible.
Meaning what?
They folded up.
Why did they fold up?
Because they wanted enough space for people to promenade on the sides of the ship. They didn't want it to be taken up with lifeboats. Arguably very silly. 14 lifeboats for 3,000 people.
Not the best.
Not the best vibe.
Not the best, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
I think you can do like another mission now, right? Is the idea? Yeah. Here's another fun fact, actually.
Ooh.
Did you know that the drowning actually wasn't the main killer of the Titanic?
No?
No. A lot of people think that most of the people drowned, right?
Yeah.
But that's actually not what happened. A lot of people washed up on the beach that makes you old.
Yeah, they went to the beach that made them old and they got old.
Yeah, a lot of people swam and actually sort of surfaced on the beach that makes you old.
You know,
Yeah.
I went to that beach once.
Did you? What happened?
I got old.
You got old. That video kills me.
I would love to promenade. Like, I need to bring that back.
We don't do enough of that in the
Don't do
modern
it.
day.
We do
Yeah.
that. We go promenading in the meadows. Would you like to tell everyone about the funny day we had where we saw 3 ridiculous things in a row?
Well, we had a walk in the meadows this week,
We did.
and we started the walk with a jaunt past a coffee cart that sells just the most horrible, ridiculous, new age bollocks coffee type constructions that you could possibly imagine. So it's
Yep.
it's like you know, we do an iced flea and spleen juice, right?
Yeah.
We do an
With
iced
extra coconut.
with extra walnut sort of whip right on
Yeah.
there. We do cool, funky, special baklava coffee and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. So we walk past that, which is obviously ridiculous on the face of it, right? Like, why would you ever
Hilarious.
bother going to see something like that? We walk past that. What did we walk past next?
And then we saw a delightful group of students posing around a specific leaf on a tree to take a photo of it.
Yes, we had a specific leaf hunting group that we identified who were taking pictures of a tree.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason.
Practically climbing it to do it.
Yeah, to get up this tree. And we obviously thought it was over at that point. Like, that's two pretty ridiculous things to see in a row.
Yeah, laughing our little bums off.
We're laughing, we're having a good time, like, we're making fun of it. That's a good time. You've crashed the helicopter.
Oh, now I've done it.
What we didn't expect is genuinely about 2 paces later that from behind a tree in front of us, a face would pop out. A man's full head tilting sideways popped out from behind this tree. Hello, hello. And I was like, what the fuck, right? And this fucking man had just, been hiding behind the tree.
Yeah, and obviously...
And just popped out at us.
Mistook us for someone else.
Yeah.
And just popped out, and it was the funniest thing.
It was terrible.
It was so funny. It actually cracked me up. It was the best.
Indeed, Abby, the creepy movie. Indeed, that with that, the beach that makes you old. Yeah. Yeah.
The beach that makes you old reminds me of a funny thing my cousin once said, where he declared he was very drunk once, and we were at somebody's birthday party, I think, and he was trying to be funny that way that people do when they're drunk, and he was like, so there was once these rockers, and I was like, right, and he was like, and they like actual rocked, by the way. Which is so funny, and every single opportunity we get, we discuss the rockers that rocked, and our group chat is called the rockers that rocked. He's never allowed to forget about it.
We were talking about like family lore the other night.
We were.
Late at night.
Very much
One of those late night chats. We were just talking about like funny things that had happened in our family.
Indeed.
That were like legendary.
Yep.
And I think one of the things that you'd said had really cracked me up. One of the things about your cousin. I can't remember, was it Michael? Something?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was though. I think it was thinking about his balls.
Oh, I'm not telling strangers that.
No. Alright.
No.
Okay.
It was funny though, we were just talking because obviously my grandma was like very Catholic, and my friend, sorry, not my friend, my cousin had obviously went to a Catholic school, as had I. And I don't think it ever dawned on our grandmother that people maybe of other faith or no faith would go to like a Catholic school, which makes perfect sense because she was dead old, so it makes sense. And my cousin had a friend that used to come over to play every Saturday, and eventually it became obvious that this little girl was not a Catholic, and my grandma was mortified and embarrassed because she had been making this little girl go to mass with us every Saturday for 9 months.
taking this girl to a Catholic church every Sunday for 9 months.
And she just went along with it, obviously, to be polite, because she just wanted to play with my cousin. She never thought anything of it, and it was the funniest thing. And then if we were like playing or being like loud or whatever, like our grandma would come running up the stairs and she'd be like, "Be quiet, stop singing that, there is somebody who's not a Catholic in this house." Funny as fuck, honestly. Love you, Jean.
Fuming.
Absolutely fuming. Or La Cour is so real. Very much the Derry Girls vibe. I don't know if you know this one.
I've seen one episode of Derry Girls ever.
Yeah, the scene that we're kind of referring to is when she's talking about the Orange Order. And she says, "I'm considering joining." And her cousin goes to her, "I don't think they accept Catholics, Orla, or like respect our right to live." Very good stuff.
I saw the episode where they're trying to like panic clean.
Yeah.
After they fuck up, what is it, like a Chinese or something? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so funny. They've been singing the same song since 1695. What do you think they've got to rehearse for? Well, you know what they say, Aunt Mary.
Oh.
Practice makes perfect. That's why they're so cracker. I'm sorry, did you just refer to the Orange Order as cracker? I'm thinking about joining.
What, if you had to recommend a UK TV show for people who don't live in the UK, which one would you recommend?
Ooh, it's a hard toss-up, I think, between Bridgerton and Skins.
Bridgerton and Skins.
Yeah, 100%.
Some good
100%.
suggestions.
Yeah.
Some good suggestions.
Skins is class.
What's Skins again? What's that one about?
Skins is the ones that follows all the teenagers that have all the various mental diseases and binge eating disorder and that.
Ah.
It was big in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was class. It deals with lots of upsetting themes.
I don't know. I think top of my list of like, if you don't live in the UK and you've never seen this before, I recommend that you take the time to sit down and watch a TV show called The In-Betweeners.
Oh, The In-Betweeners is class.
It's like fucking genuinely one of the best things that we've ever produced as a country.
Yeah, I think we like declined after The In-Betweeners. Me and you must quote The In-Betweeners at each other like 14,000 times a day.
It's very good.
You know, like, here's a prime example. A wobble wob wob.
You fucking what, mate?
I said, what time is it?
No, you fucking didn't.
I love The In-Betweeners. Will, is that a fish? Yes, Lauren, it's a fucking fish. Give me a minute.
That show is so good.
So good. I love The In-Betweeners.
Yeah.
Abby's saying fresh meat, skins, and big boys would be her three. I don't
Fresh
think
Meat,
I've
was that the
seen-
one with Jack Whitehall?
I don't think no, the one with Jack Whitehall's when he's in a school, eh?
Yeah, like a student flat.
I don't think that's called that though.
Is it not called Fresh Meat?
Oh, the young ones is class as well.
Oh, it is, yes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's that one, yeah.
I liked fresh meat.
I think it is. It's the one that has Joe Thingy in it as well.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's the In-Betweeners guy. Joe
Yeah,
Thomas from
Joe
the
Thomas,
In-Betweeners,
that's it, yeah. I think it's the one where they live in like a student gaff, right?
Oh, the one I'm thinking about is when he's the teacher. And he's got that really young girl.
That's Bad Education.
Oh, yeah, because he's got that young girl in his class and she's like, I've got maths next and I want to see how many times 32 can go into 16. And he's like, you're a troubled, disgusting creature, Annabelle.
Yeah, I liked Fresh Meat actually. It was really good.
I've not seen Fresh Meat. I've seen Bad Education though. Yeah, The Young Ones is an absolute staple. It's very, very good for British culture, especially if you're interested in learning what Britain was like, especially in the 80s and things like that. Because some of the references, whilst they're like really stupid and like of their time, are actually hilarious. Like they've got this one guy that's quite obviously got brain damage and he just comes into the flat and like drinks the goldfish bowl and eats the goldfish and leaves.
I would put Blackadder
Yeah.
and Father Ted in the same category.
Oh, Father Ted is so funny.
Yeah.
Heard you're a racist now, Father?
It's like 80s television in the UK.
So good.
Yeah.
He died a wee bit too young though for my liking.
Who?
The guy that played Father Ted.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
How old was he?
40s maybe?
That's a shame.
I know, he was so funny. Oh my god, it's Chop!
Apparently he was called Brian Damage.
Brian Damage, yeah, was the one in The Young Ones that used to come in and cause carnage. He just used to like genuinely come in, and I think they had like a landlord or something that was meant to be like based off of like a communist spy. He was so funny as well. And they had one night where they were watching like a drug bust on the television, and they're like glued to the television to the point where like the assailant comes into the house and like gets like detained and arrested by the police behind them, and they're like glued to the television, and then they're like, nothing fucking interesting ever happens here. It's so good.
Do you know what's very funny is
Alexis Sale, that's right.
I feel like in the US, cocaine in the 80s led to a lot of high energy television shows like your Miami Vice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cocaine in the UK just made everything really weird.
Yeah.
We got like what? The Young Ones and David Bowie.
Yeah.
Everything just became really fucking weird,
Everything
right?
became dead weird, yeah.
It became weird. We didn't get excited, we just became more weird.
But, interestingly though, what I have seen in quite a lot of discourse in the media right now is that Sabrina Carpenter, obviously the American artist, the pop princess, is very refreshing, for she is the first white woman in the pop era to not be ashamed of being white or straight. And she's bringing back ABBA vibes. You know?
You
back
reckon?
when people just used to like to have a boogie.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of like white artists in the modern day, right, have become very influenced by black culture, right?
Right.
Like trying to make like rap music, like Ariana Grande and that, trying to make rap music and that. So I guess it's kind of, you know, that's your thing, right?
But I guess the thing about Sabrina Carpenter though is she just has fun. Like, she has fun with it, she loves what she does, and, you know, most people, like, nowadays, especially our age, know her. You know her song.
I do, but that's mostly because of you.
Yeah, I guess so, but still. Oh, Bottom is the funniest thing ever. I love Bottom. It genuinely cracks me up.
What's that?
Bottom is like a kind of spin-off from... It's not a spin-off from the Young Ones so much, but it's Adrian and Rick Mail
Yeah.
have done Bottom, and it was like two old bastards basically that own a hotel, I think. And they're just funny as fuck. They just like bat each other for the whole show. They were also the Dangerous Brothers, where like their act of being dangerous was firing each other out of cannons or like trying to like attempt to chop each other's balls off. It's so fucking funny.
Nice.
The 80s seemed like a good time though, but then again, you can say that there because you weren't there.
I don't know, the houses were definitely cheaper.
Oh, there's that.
It's just very good if nothing else, right?
Yeah, well, nearly there.
Nearly there.
I was looking up lawyers' letters today and
Why?
fees,
Why?
because you have to get all them when you buy a house.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking up how much they'll cost.
How much do they cost?
So we need $1,000 just for the letter.
For a letter?
For a letter.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, biker down.
Yeah, so you
biker
get
slide.
$1,000 for the letter. And apparently when you're putting your deposit down on a house, you need to put a previous deposit down for your intention to put a deposit down.
That's such horseshit, man.
Yeah. So you need to do that. And then you have to pay for the home report and a more detailed home report. So looks like there'll be more money on the site.
I'm going to be living in a fucking box for the rest of my life, man. This is stinking.
Yeah, so there'll be more money we have to save up as an aside to a deposit. I know. It's a bit pooey, but I was reading about it earlier for us.
Pooey is a very good way to describe it, by the way.
Yeah, it's pooey.
I'm going to start describing things as pooey.
Yeah, it's a wee bit smelly.
Yeah.
It's a wee bit on the stinkeroony side.
Yeah. I tell you what else is pooey. Fucking Edinburgh public transport.
Real.
Why is it that... Here, is there something... Why is it that the people who take public transport smell so bad? Have you noticed?
Yes.
Have you noticed?
Yes. There was somebody that smelled like very, 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 very hot diarrhea on my bus this morning.
Fucking awful, honestly.
And it was only repelled by a young man who got on wearing the strongest Dior Savage I've ever smelt.
Johnny Depp lookalike.
But I was grateful for him.
Yeah.
So Abby's saying that her total was 23,000
No, 230,000, Bob.
before moving in.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, before 23,000. Yeah.
Before moving, which is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But the thing is, as well, where we're looking for houses and things like that in the kind of Edinburgh and surrounding areas, we're not getting anything like decent for no less than 290,000.
Yeah, like 300,000.
That's like our minimum baseline for something decent that's not got mould in it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is crazy. Thatcher was pooey, you're in fact correct.
Hopefully we can all agree on that.
Yeah, hopefully.
If there's anyone from London in the stream, you might disagree.
Yeah, you may.
I think the rest of the UK folk might be able to agree that Thatcher was a bit pooey.
A bit pooey.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah. And this is not a safe space for you if you
seen all the
disagree with
videos of those old fucks crying when she died, by the way. What the fuck are you doing crying?
My favourite's when they went to that woman in Glasgow and they asked her like how she felt about it, and she was like, fine.
What was it she said again? No, they shouldn't just say fine. There was an old woman that they interviewed in Glasgow that said she'd hoped they put a stake through her heart to make sure she was dead.
And she didn't come back.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I get you fucking hate her and that, but saying that she's a vampire and you hope that they put a stake through her heart, it's crazy.
To make sure she's actually dead.
It's crazy.
Too bad.
She's kind of like a local
icon.
celebrity, right?
She's up there with the woman that goes, another one in the election. Not again.
We've enjoyed watching news bloopers before.
We should maybe do that tonight.
We'll watch some news bloopers.
Yeah, what do you reckon? We've got some time.
Yeah, the BBC ones are very funny because the BBC is obviously quite the British Broadcasting Company, for people who are not aware, the UK's news company. They're quite an uptight organisation. They're very historical. They've been around for a long time. So whenever something fucks up on one of their programmes, it just comes across really funny.
Like hilarious. Like the woman that was doing the middle finger when the 6 o'clock news came on.
Aye, obviously she thought the cameras weren't rolling, so she had a middle finger up at the cameras, and it was just like on her doing it.
Yeah, and she literally just dropped it, and she was like, "This hour on BBC News."
Yeah, she went from just like making faces at the camera and putting the middle finger up to just going dead serious and going, "This is BBC News at 8 o'clock in the evening." It's fucking hilarious. So good.
Yeah, within 1 week of Thatcher's death, I'm fine. Within 1 week of Thatcher's death, she had managed to shut down all the furnaces in hell. He's laughing. He enjoys that one. He's giggling at that. We got a giggle. Oh, get back in the car.
I almost fucking hit my head off that spider's web.
Oh, not the spider's web.
Yeah, almost did me in.
Almost done in by the spider's web.
Yeah.
Tell you.
So one thing that they don't tell you about adult life is how hard it is to decorate a flat.
Yeah.
Terrible.
How dare you want to have a nice Halloween vibe in the flat?
Yeah, we were just trying to set a place up for Halloween. And we've discovered that it's very hard to hang Halloween decorations and have them stay up properly.
You did insist on buying that wee freak over there though as well.
I got a gnome.
He's a wee freak.
I got my first gnome, which is a very big step for me.
I hate him.
I've been talking about getting a gnome for a long time. Never actually did it until now. He's just a small gnome, but
He's ugly and I hate him.
he's cool. He's got a pumpkin on his head.
He's ugly.
And he's holding a little sign that says boo on it, which is pretty cool.
He's ugly and I hate him. You're not getting a Christmas one.
I'm going to get a Christmas gnome.
You're not getting a Christmas gnome. I don't want a Christmas gnome. I was thinking we just get like a mini tree as well. Like nothing too fancy. For just here.
Yeah, we have a relatively small flat here, so it's a bit tough to decorate it properly.
Yeah, definitely. But we
But
can
you
have
like to do nice little bits, you know.
Yeah, we could have like a little mini tree. And then when we have like our bigger house, have a nice tree or something.
Is it a gonk? I have no idea. What's a gonk?
I mean, yeah, Abby, it kind of is a gonk. He doesn't have the same like silly stupid hat, but he has his eyes covered, so he has like a gonk of sorts. But
I guess he's gonkish. Sure.
yeah, he's definitely gonkish. He's like mixed gonk, but like
Can we not do that, please? Even in jest. Can we not do that? He is a wonderful man, I tell you.
he's ming and he's ugly and I hate him, and I'm
okay,
gonna
well.
break him.
If you break my fucking gonk, I will
He's gonna accidentally fall out
not
the
do
window.
anything. Accidentally fall out the
He's
window.
gonna accidentally fall out the living room.
I'm gonna make your gonk have a terrible accident.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kill your gonk. Yeah, he's gonna have a gonkcident.
You heard it here first, folks. This is for the legal record. I want it noted on file that Bob has threatened to take out my nice gnome that I bought for the flat.
Yep.
I have a nice gnome that I bought to spruce up the place for Halloween, and Bob's just threatened to destroy it in
I'm
real
gonna
time.
assassinate him.
Don't assassinate my gonk.
I'm gonna assassinate the gonk.
Please don't do that.
I'm gonna assassinate your gonk.
Apparently, Trake is a big gonk individual.
She really is, but that's an influence from her friend, which I think's silly.
Yeah, do you not have like a family friend of some sort who's really into gnomes?
She's into gnomes a bit too much. She had like a lovely gonk t-shirt once I saw. They did hit the Pentagon, you're right. I believe that the gonks did hit the Pentagon.
That's a very funny thing to be obsessively into, by the way, is gnomes.
Yeah. You would look great in my garden, by the way.
That's an insult or a compliment.
Depending on who you
Bob of
ask.
I. Bob of I?
Bob of I.
Bob of I is a lovely meal.
That's
by the
my
way.
Russian name.
Yeah. No, Bob and I have cooked up this threat / compliment / insult, depending on context.
Yep.
Informing people that they would look wonderful as a gnome in our garden.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it how you choose.
Take it how you want. Yeah.
Yep. Because if you think it's an insult, then it's an insult. But if you don't, then fine.
The Icelandic love them. Well, they also love stuff like trolls and that, right?
Yeah, but they
I think
also
they do.
love the weather there as well, and
The weather?
like they love being cold there,
Oh, true.
so they don't really
True.
get much of an opinion.
On
I
anything.
think liking gonks should put you onto some sort of some sort of gonk watch list. Like I think you should be trusted with like state secrets if you're a gonk lover.
Right.
Yeah, like you should be banned from
Can you're straying into some dangerous territory here. Gnome is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Gnomes, yeah.
Yeah, a gnome register, like a
Okay.
gonk register.
Okay, stop talking about gonks.
Abby said it. Right, okay, we're not allowed to talk about gnomes anymore.
No, we can talk about gnomes, but please stop calling them gonks. It sounds fucking horrible.
But that's what they're called. Fine then, the ugly little freak sitting across from us in the living room. Oh, that was a splat.
That is too much, man. That's very funny.
Oh, I'm actually going to kill Trevor, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Much better.
Yeah, I like that you've like asterisked it out. That's very funny.
Yeah. No, maybe I will expand my gnome collection a little bit over time.
I really don't think you will, by the way, because I live here too.
The thing is, I can whittle you down over time, though.
That's called domestic abuse.
No, it's called compromise.
No, but tell them what your thoughts on compromise is.
But usually it's that I get what I want.
Yeah.
And you accept that I get what I want.
Yeah.
And then usually that involves I get more gnomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, your idea of a compromise... Your idea of a compromise is offering me basically what was already on the table, but slightly worse again.
Yes, and when you're in a slightly weaker position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to come... I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Alright. Calling Trevor a gonk is so funny.
I mean, he looks like he'd eat him.
It sounds so terrible. It sounds like something that should get you taken off of YouTube is the problem, but it isn't.
What's mine is mine and what yours is mine is so true, genuinely.
Yeah. You're allowed to buy household appliances.
Thank
so
you.
So surely I'm allowed to buy as many gnomes as I want.
Yeah, but I make you pay for half of them.
Gnomes?
No, household appliances.
You're telling me you're going to pay for half of my gnomes? That's fucking excellent.
I'm not going to pay for any of your fucking gnomes, you
weirdo.
Alright,
compromise. You can buy all of my gnomes for me, and that's the end. Final deal.
That's not a compromise. That's you being spoiled.
Final deal.
I'm not paying for any of your weird little freak habits.
Fine. Well, you'll pay for the gnomes, but I only get to buy 5 a year. Compromise.
That's not a compromise. So yeah, this is not... No, they don't make toast, that's right. Can you buy a gnome that makes toast? Don't think so. Can you buy
I could find a toaster that's themed like a gnome.
Can you buy a gnome to hang up the washing so I don't have to do it? Oh, he fucking did.
Well, I don't know. You had a like a pixie in your house, didn't you?
We don't discuss him.
Okay, well.
We don't discuss that little freak.
Bob had a folklore creature in her house, so that's something.
Jobby the house elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had... Jobby the house elf is very good. I did enjoy... Yeah, we had a weird little brownie thing hiding in the house.
Okay, can you specify again? Because you had a pixie type creature that lived in your house.
A brownie, a fairy tale mythical brownie.
Okay, yes, a pixie is probably better to say.
Right, fine. We had some sort of mythical pixie or something that was in the house, and then we had a little freak that was living in the house, and I had to like seal him in and like put like a protective salt line around him. And he was inflicting misery on the house, so we finally got rid of him. I put him in the charity bag. Donated him.
You donated him?
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, it's going to be some kid in Africa that now is just cursed.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Yes, the positive potato, you're right, Abby. I had a little positive potato Mum had bought me for birthday or Christmas or something, and it just used to sit in my room, and it was like a little potato holding a sign that said, "You can do the thing," and it was really sweet.
It was a little, like, toy potato.
Yeah,
right?
and it was really quite sweet. And then I came in one day after being in the shower, and, like, he was facing the other way. Like, fully had turned 360. And wasn't in a position where anything could have moved it. So I moved it back round, and he, like, removed himself again. So, like, I took enough, and I'd done, like, a protection spell on him and sealed him in plastic and covered him in salt. And he stayed in their circle, and he kept trying to escape the circle. So I put him in the charity bag.
How do you know he kept trying to escape the circle?
Because the salt line was breaking.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you donated him to Africa?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some poor child in Africa right now that is having an extra specially hard time because of a potato that you sent there.
Yeah.
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 How does that make you feel?
Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Bin that shit. Do not keep him. He is evil.
That's too funny, man.
What? Oh, the band-aids. Yeah, Christmas time.
Yeah, give African children curses. That's the vibe.
Do, 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 do.
We gotta stop helping and start hurting. That's the vibe.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. Happy Chrysler.
That's so funny. The one that cracks me up the most, by the way, is whenever you see those live streams on TikTok of the people in like Nigeria wearing the Celtic strips. They're so funny.
That's what Barry's just said. They're poor children in Africa cutting a bit with a Falkirk football top on.
Aye. If anything could make them more unfortunate, it's that.
Yeah, but have you noticed as well, they're always wearing Celtic strips as well?
I don't know how many Celtic strips have been given to Africa, but it's an unbelievable number.
It's so many, eh? Like, they've always got Celtic strips on. It cracks me up. They, like, love Celtic, and I'm always dying with laughter.
Again, in case you need context on this one, Celtic's the biggest football team in Scotland. There you go, that's the context.
You're going to have many, many raging Huns in the comments any second.
They're not a team, though. The Rangers have no history. The Rangers have zero history.
The Rangers!
And the formerly dissolved Rangers had some history, right?
That's so funny. I love one of the hoops, says Barry. Love that.
Yeah, so Celtic, the biggest football team in Scotland, over the Rangers.
Your dad will be raging with you for not saying Dunfermline.
Yeah, Dunfermline Athletics fucking dead and buried, but, you know.
So funny. Love that. I think before we stop for the night, I'm going to cause a little bit of carnage in Los Santos.
Oh shit, what are you planning?
Everybody's game.
You got big plans?
But
You trying to end on a bang?
yeah, we're going to end on a bang.
Oh, fuck.
I'm thinking strippers.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm thinking...
What, you going rogue?
I'm thinking of touching them, even though you're not meant to, when security aren't looking.
I'm thinking of touching them.
I'm going to throw some money at bum cheeks. I'm going to do a little spanky spank on the ting. You know how it is.
Spanking bum cheeks is very funny.
So it's going to get real difficult in here. So if
this is a tone
if you're a baby with a bedtime, it ain't time for you to be here.
Alright guys, we said it before, we'll say it again. This is the 18 plus moment of the stream right here, yeah.
And we're going to do it with Trevor because he's disgusted.
Bob's going to touch some strippers.
And we're going to do it with Trevor's grimy little sausage fingers.
Nah, not his sausage fingers.
Make toast not water so real. I'm thinking about having toast tonight, even though I've probably went over my calories by now. You know, I've had 4 biscuits today.
That's a good number of biscuits.
That's a lot of biscuits for me.
That's a healthy number of biscuits.
Maybe I shouldn't have more biscuits. Think of the calorie deficit.
Excuse me.
Should think of the calorie deficit.
Mm.
Fine then, we'll let Franklin go to the strip club because Franklin's a wee piece.
Oi.
He is. Look at him.
Seen what kids in Africa wearing the Sainsbury's uniform? Is that a thing?
No, you have not.
Come on
Fuck
now.
off. Oh.
That can't be a thing.
Oh. Oh, we're chasing the O'Neill brothers.
No, surely not.
No more Bob. Alright, no biscuits for me.
There you go.
Wearing the Sainsbury's outfit is unreal. That's an unbelievable thing to say.
That is genuinely
To see
quite
the kids
mad.
in Sainsbury's outfits is cracking me up.
Who sends them?
Sainsbury's. It's hardly going to be fucking Waitrose, is it?
Well, they send their like old uniforms to Africa.
They obviously must do, yeah.
Come on now, man.
No. No, this is not going to end well.
I think you started another mission here.
I didn't mean to. I swapped to Franklin.
Ah, right, okay.
I didn't want this to
You
happen.
can back out of this one, I think.
Well, I would like to maybe chase the O'Neill brothers.
You want to chase the O'Neill brothers?
You ever thought about what I want?
A little bit of hell raising?
Maybe.
Alright, okay. Okay.
Come after. I'm going to get you.
I do realise that in this game, the O'Neill brothers just get, like, so much shit, right?
Why is there so many of them as well? I'm sure I killed some a while ago.
I think so, yeah.
The O'Neill, the O'Neill aliens that keep reproducing.
Indeed. Indeed. I don't know, my favourite is the Celtic strips on the
That's
people
so
in Africa.
funny.
It's very funny.
All the bobbing heads on TikTok are funny too.
Which ones?
All
Is
the
that-
guys in the pits with their bobbing heads.
I don't know if they're I think they might be like Indians, I think.
Oh right, I see.
That do that.
They're funny whoever they are.
They are very funny, yeah. TikTok Live is a real cesspit of pish, right?
And do you know the worst bit, right? You need 800 followers to go live on TikTok.
Which raises the question of how all these accounts got 800 followers, right?
Exactly, because I'm not allowed to go live and colour in with my 300 followers, but these people are, with like all these calories, all these followers, like.
Yeah, Mike the cat.
Meow.
Which, for anyone who doesn't know, is an insane man who lives in the UK.
We love Mike the cat.
Who goes on live with filters on his face that make him look like a cat.
And he meows. Yeah.
Yep. He's able to do that.
But I'm not allowed to colour in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God forbid I get to have a wee colour in.
Yeah. Well, it's not fair, man. It's not fair.
But I'm doing really well. I'm on 300 followers now.
Here's for starters, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. But here's a fun one for you. Mm-hmm. Here's a conspiracy. TikTok is the new social security. Yeah. It's also the new freak show. You remember back in like the 1920s and stuff, where you used to have like circuses that had freak shows. Like you'd go and see the world's hairiest woman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You go and see like the world's tallest man.
Yeah.
Like
now we just have candy.
The bear man and like you know the woman with armpit hair and stuff like that. The fat man and stuff like that. Yeah. So nowadays, and I guess you historically have Social Security, right? Which is government looking after people by giving them money.
Yeah.
TikTok, to me, is acting as both.
Right.
Because you see some people on there who really shouldn't be out in free society, right? Who would back in the day have been part of these freak shows.
They would have, yeah.
And it's okay that you watch it because they post the content themselves. So you're not a bad person for looking at it.
No, because they bring it on themselves.
And by posting that content and having so many people watch it, they get paid.
That's true.
It's a beautiful system. That's my conspiracy.
That's actually very true. I'll give you that one. Yeah, Candy is my newest favourite TikTok obsession.
Oh, she's fucking awful. You showed me her.
She's so hilarious for no good reason. She's a horror.
I think she does that on purpose, though.
But
I can't see how she could be doing that legitimately. I don't see how that's possible.
You think?
Come on, like what? Today she made a steak pie by microwaving it.
She did.
That's unbelievable.
Well, technically she defrosted it.
And then said she was having it with mash and made sweet potato mash.
Technically what she said was that she was making a pie and she defrosted it and then started eating the defrosted pie. Because she obviously thinks that means it was cooked.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and she also had a jam and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, she made a sandwich that had jam and cheese on it.
Yeah.
Which is just unbelievable.
And then she ate it with her mouth open.
Yeah, this is a woman that is either doing it on purpose to trigger people and get views and stuff like that, or is a woman that is genuinely psychologically insane, and there's no in between.
Yeah, but then again, she also did then use like the actual like induction hob itself to like cook bacon and eggs.
Yeah, she put bacon and more importantly eggs to cook on a hob, not in a pan, just on the hob itself.
The hob itself, yeah.
Just on the hob, on the rings. Which is fucking crazy.
It's disgusting, but yeah, that's what she did.
She's insane. There's been a couple of good ones over the years on TikTok though. Like Lee Sutherland here in Scotland's like that.
Oh fuck Lee Sutherland.
He's a bit of a joke that we all like laughing at.
We all enjoy laughing at Lee.
I
like learning the alphabet with Lee.
Oh yeah, I do like that. There's historically Jack Davy.
He got banned.
Did he?
New channel.
No way. Who else
Davy.
did we have over the years who kind of fell into that category?
We had
Maybe
that
Becky Jones might fall into that category.
Yeah, she's a newer one though. All the fat Avengers are though. That boy that used to do the immense dancing, we found him again tonight.
Oh yeah, like what was he called? Like Alpha Ben or something.
Alpha like Banal or something. Is a cat.
Here's a fun fact for you lads, right? Women, if you brand yourself and advertise yourself as an alpha male, women will openly laugh in your face.
Yeah. And you're so repulsed by you that you can't even watch.
He's so unbelievably repulsed by it. I've seen it in real time. It's quite funny.
I don't understand. And do you know who seems to be a new fan favourite is Tubbs?
Who's Tubbs again?
Um,
Oh yeah, that guy.
the West End Tubbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jolly Boy John.
So don't. My best advice is don't do that shit.
No, don't.
All right. It's
do
not. I don't know who keeps telling guys that that's a good idea, but don't do it. It's not good for you.
It's not good for your health.
No. If you're on TikTok and you're trying to set up your account and advertise yourself, please don't set yourself up as an alpha male account. Please don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Equally, don't advertise yourself as a beta male either. Don't do that.
No, we don't like that either.
Just don't. Just have an absence of information there. Don't specify.
Just
Probably for the best.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Where are you, smelly boys? The O'Neill brothers look like they bite.
The O'Neill brothers have bitten. Yeah. I guess on that note, I think I've watched this with you before. Do you remember the Anthony Spade channel?
No.
The guy on YouTube, Anthony Spade. No,
No.
he was the guy who made all those those videos like why Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Have you seen those videos?
I don't think I have.
He's the
no.
guy in its intro that has like the tiger and stuff. Wow, it's like welcome to the Anthony Spade channel. Do you not remember
No,
this?
I don't think so.
He is genuinely so funny. Such a ridiculous like human being.
Bro, why are you standing so still?
That stuff cracks me up. It makes me laugh. Finding O'Neill. It's going to be difficult because actually they're all cold-blooded.
Who, the O'Neills?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Try harder.
It won't let me shoot.
No.
Why did it do that?
You couldn't shoot him.
No.
Weird. Shoot him now. Oh.
I'm not missing. Maybe I'm not meant to shoot him.
Maybe not.
Not like GTA to protect the integrity of the game.
Oh wait, that might be Franklin.
Oh shit, it is.
You might have just been shooting at Franklin. That's probably why.
Ah, that makes sense.
Ah, there we go. Let's see here. Finding O'Neill.
Where are these MFers?
I've heard that they're actually shapeshifters as well.
Yeah.
So they could be deer.
Where are you? Where did they go?
Oh, that's Franklin again,
That's
I think.
still Franklin, yeah.
I had to zoom all the way out, I guess, and see what you can see. There's one in the river. There you go. Shoot his nutsack. There you go.
No, I'm not trying to shoot his nuts.
Try to shoot him right in the nuts, yeah. Oh,
How did you get up there, bro? Then
no, that's a deer.
it's gonna kill you anyway. Huh?
Oh,
Fire.
fire. Go to the right. What have we got here? Yeah, zoom back out again and keep going. Is that Franklin again? Down by the water?
Yeah, I think it is because the dog's there. Yes. Franklin and Chalk.
Cool, cool.
Cool.
Keep the scan going. Keep having a look here. Zoom all the way out again, and then just like go to the right a little bit. Is that him there in the? No, I'm be further down. Could be
Interesting.
a little bit further down. Oh,
Oh.
there we go. Well done. Well done. You reckon we finish up after this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of run out of steam, weirdly.
Uh,
yeah. It's usually when I can tell that it's time to sort of wrap the whole thing up, Run out of steam just a wee bit. It's good though, I think. Good fun. You got this. Kill these motherfucking O'Neills. Oh shit, you're Chop right now?
Chop cam.
Chop cam? Go and sniff one of the O'Neill's balls. Go do that shit. Chase him. Oh. Shooting fucking rockets at you and shit. God damn. God damn.
You will not hurt Chop.
Yeah. Protect your boy. His ass. Get him. He's just behind the... I think he's up there a little bit further above on the road. There he
Found
is.
him.
Get his ass. Take him down. Kill Mr. O'Neill. There he is. Get him, Chop. Get on him. Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Good stuff. You got to fly a plane now.
Stopped me.
Your weakness.
Bro. Thank you.
Bra indeed. Big business completed. You stress me out when you fly. Nice landing, well done. Really selling stuff. You stress me out when you do this so much. What are you doing? Get out of the trees!
I'm trying to land.
Get out of the trees! Not good for you. Oh. Nice.
I needed to land here.
Yep. Keep going. You needed to land. There you go. Nicely done.
Perfect.
Well done.
I did great.
Good stuff. Good job.
Come on, Chop, and you get boy.
Go on, Chop.
Good boy, Chop.
There you go, sir. Well done.
Good boy, Chop.
Good man,
He's
Chop.
so cute.
I do like Chop, I must say.
I love Chop.
He is cool. I like him a lot.
Chop's baby.
Chop is baby?
Chop's baby.
Your baby.
Wait.
Chop is also baby.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Our kid. Come on, our kids. And you get...
Is that an English thing?
Our kid, yeah.
Our kid.
Our kid. It's Manchester.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess our equivalent would be like Sen, right?
Yeah.
Get on, Sen.
Brer.
Fuck off with your fucking lingo.
Tell everybody how you say Brer.
Brer.
Motherfucker thinks we're Brer Rabbit. Yeah, I tried to teach him Brer, which is Falkirk, to which he just keeps saying Briar. So,
Falkirk is stupid, man.
So I've asked him if he's familiar with Brer Rabbit, considering he keeps calling me that.
Who the fuck's Brer Rabbit?
Chop used to be... Yeah, he now identifies as Chop. I wonder if there's a mission to blow up the fart box.
The what?
The fart box.
Which one?
The fart box.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know?
Shut the fuck up.
It's because they're blowing up your bum.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what the fart box is.
Crazy.
Fart
Yeah,
box.
there's a mission in this game where you have to fart into the microphone. Did you know that?
Yeah, you better get a head start.
Get
then.
ready. Yeah. Insane.
In the membrane.
In the membrane. Insane in the brain. There we go. We're just settling down now.
Right.
Getting back into the airfield. It's nighttime in GTA. It's nighttime in real life.
Right, sleepy time.
It is sleepy time over here in Big Edinburgh, I believe.
Mm.
I don't know. All of a sudden out of nowhere, I got dead tired.
Chop has vertigo is very funny. I love Chop. He's so baby.
Yeah, Chop's fucking humping the helicopter right now. It's insane.
Yeah, Chop's like going big right now
Yeah.
in the helicopter.
He's fucking a propeller right now. It's
yeah,
crazy.
He's so excited. He started boning the helicopter.
Yeah.
It's a a lovely lady helicopter.
You reckon?
According to Chop.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I feel this was successful. Trump jobbied himself on stage. Did he?
Sleep well, Abby. Thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thank you for joining us. Always appreciate the people who turn up for a good GTA 5 Friday. The weekly tradition has returned. I think what I'm going to do, by the way, I was having to think about, because I was playing Skyrim yesterday and it was really good fun, but I was thinking in my head about, could I play Skyrim consistently all the time?
Yeah.
And the answer was probably no, considering what that game is, right?
Right.
So I think what I'm going to do, for a bit of fun, and so that I can start to build my weeks out a little bit and have like a clear plan of what I'm doing, I think I'm going to build like an actual schedule of things that I do on any given day.
Your schedule?
Yeah. So like, for example, I might say, on Mondays I play Skyrim, right? Mm-hmm. Tuesdays maybe I do some Dark Souls stuff, right? Like some sort of Dark Souls thing that I do. Maybe 2 days a week I do Dark Souls stuff. Maybe 2 days I do some Skyrim stuff.
Smart.
I pick a day of the week where we're playing GTA, like Friday, right? Mm-hmm. And then I have like a day where I maybe like play chess or something.
Smart.
And just kind of build it out like that and do different things on different days. Mm-hmm. I think. Could be the plan. So I think I might do it that way.
What's that noise? Ah.
Radio. That could be the way to do it. Let's get back to the house.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Back to the house.
Time for Chop to get some beddy buys.
Indeed. Time for Chop to get some beddy buys and for us to get some beddy buys.
Even though we're going to watch news bloopers and laugh.
Yeah, we're going to watch, news bloopers. I'm going to eat something probably because I am hungry a little bit.
I might have a wee slice of toast.
Yeah, a wee snack of some sort.
A wee bit of Bubby Man's toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
That
good.
is the plan. But yeah, I think that may be a good way to do it on the streams, is just like kind of add a little bit of variety or something.
Indeed.
Just so I can do different things on different days. Mm-hmm. Could be the plan.
Could be the move.
Could be the move.
Old man diner. Could be the move.
Old guy vibe at the diner could be the move.
Could be the move. Come on, Chop.
Little view of Los Santos to finish us off.
Oh.
Oh, Chop's pooed.
Oh, Chop.
Chop's saying, why you pooed?
Chop saying.
Chop's saying, needs to be downstairs, remember, for the bed.
Oh.
Okay, well now you just got Frank on wet. Little swim in the pool.
I'm spinning like a ballerina.
Going swimming in full clothing is crazy work, by the way.
Yeah,
That is insane stuff.
Cheesies of Nazareth is very good.
Indeed. So you need to be over, keep going over, you'll eventually find a wee door.
How did Franklin get this house?
Money that he got from doing crimes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And with that, I believe we can say that another edition of GTA 5 Fridays has come to an end. Good fun.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Good stuff. I think it was a pretty successful one. I had a good time.
You were a pleasure. Good night.
Indeed, you were all a pleasure. You were all a pleasure. I guess just to let people know on what's going on and when the next live stream will be, it's going to be on Sunday. I won't stream on Saturday, but I'll be back on Sunday. 9:15 in the evening, British summer time, I'll be back. I'll probably play Skyrim again, we'll see. I don't know, I'm a bit undecided. I'll see what we're doing. We'll probably play Skyrim. But next stream is on Sunday, 9:15 in the evening, British summer time. That is when it will be happening. And GTA 5 Friday, you reckon that comes back next Friday?
Indeed.
Cool. Good stuff. I shall take a small second here, as per usual, just to give a little bit of a thank you to the people who stopped by today. As we usually do here, firstly Barry and Abby, thanks to you both for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you both. Hope you both have a nice weekend. Thanks for checking in. Who else do we have here as well?
Luke B.
My main man Luke checking in once again. Veteran here on the stream.
Indeed.
My main guy, my top guy.
Mm-hmm.
We had my guy Lulymore check in as well. Blizzard checked in at some point. We had Max Mueller check in as well, I know. And I think that...
Joker came in.
Oh yeah, Joker was here as well, yeah. Joker was here also. And I think that was our crew for the day. So good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Thank you all for stopping by. As I say, I'll be back on Sunday to most likely play some Skyrim. 9:15 in the evening, British summertime. Until then, have a nice weekend, everyone. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. And I will catch up with you all later on, as will Bob.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. See you later. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Cheers. Goodbye. 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 See you later.